Hello, everybody. This is going to be the first battle of a Star Wars themed 5 parsecs from home game that I started prepping earlier this week. Well, I've been actually working on this campaign for quite a minute, actually. I'll show you the board currently, so you know that it's not just me this time. So right now, we've got the whole board set up here. I have it on a 3x3 board, so it fully rotates, so I'll be able to sit here and still play. I did all of the campaign prep on a different stream earlier, so this will be mostly just getting into the first battle. I off-stream rolled the patron that we're going to do some of like the pre-get into the game stuff. And I think what we'll do as we're just getting into starting the actual combat is decide a little bit of the story here together. So here's what I'm thinking, let's go ahead and I'll show you kind of what I was thinking for the overall story. I'll set up what this battle's going to be, and then recap some of you if you missed exactly like what the plot of this is supposed to be. So the concept that I'm going for with this campaign is kind of like, what if the Book of Boba Fett was good? And essentially it's like, let's take the idea of that amazing like crime drama, family drama, Godfather, Peaky Blinders-esque thing that Star Wars was going to be when Book of Boba Fett launched, and actually kind of deliver on some of those promises. And I thought the best way to do that, instead of just writing a script or something, would be to kind of game it and play it out on the battlefield here, so that we can all kind of develop the story together and see what happens. So here's my setup right now. We have Levi and Laura Rain right here. We've got Levi and his sister Laura here, non-biological. Levi was adopted by this fixer, you know, like a fixer in Cyberpunk. He was kind of like a fixer for some of the local like Pikes and stuff, which is a crime syndicate in Star Wars. And he kind of went on one last job and never came back, and now his kids, who were kind of, Levi was kind of a ne'er-do-well, and Laura was more of a, you know, her dad was more of a crime guy, and she kind of just wants to hold things down in the bar that he owns. Now, this bar is basically their ship. If you've played 5 Parsecs from Home, if you're familiar with it, it's kind of got this Firefly vibe to it. So the ship is kind of their home. In this instance, I wanted to keep it more grounded. I didn't want them to be able to just up and leave from all their problems, which means the faction gameplay is going to end up being a lot more important. Rivals and patrons are going to be huge, and then managing those is going to be huge. And then there also is going to be a more faction-y gang warfare aspect of this game as Levi and Laura's story develops, if they don't just die here. Because this battle that I've rolled for them is actually pretty tough. I'm starting with just 4 characters, which is under what you're normally supposed to do, and we rolled up not only 6 bad guys, but one of them is a unique individual who is going to be pretty difficult to beat. That is going to be I think a big issue here is if we flip this around, we've got one dude with essentially a rattle gun. We've got 4 dudes here who've got pretty good infantry lasers. And then we've got this guy in the center who I've decided is a Wookiee. He's got a machine pistol and a Ripper sword, which is perfectly modeled here, actually. That wasn't even intentional. So the situation where we find our characters in is, let's go ahead and I'll review the mission parameters. We have to protect a VIP. The VIP is unarmed, can never initiate a brawl, but will defend normally. They cannot be given equipment, and they must set up at least 12 inches from the center of the table. The enemy must set up 12 inches from the center on must set up 12 inches from the center on their side. So we treat the VIP as another member of the crew. And if the VIP spends the full a full round within 3 inches of the center of the turn, I win. And I achieve this in the first 4 rounds of the game. We get an additional 2 credits in pay. So actually, let's go ahead and maybe we may need to move the enemies closer. So from the center on their side. So they're on this side. So they actually will get to start closer to the table than I had them set up originally. So they're going to actually be closer. They don't actually get the benefit of the cover that I gave them originally because they have to actually be closer up. I don't know why I'm standing. I set up this whole thing so that I could just spin it. So I have to get used to actually using it. Okay, so these guys actually have to be a little closer. Originally, I was going to have them start behind this cover, but because they have to be within 12 inches, these guys are cautious, so they're going to want to not be... They're going to want to try to get to cover as soon as possible. So that's going to be about where they start. We have to be at least 12 inches away. I typically like to do about 6 inches away from the game board's side for me. We'll get this guy here. That works for me. Okay, this is going to be okay for the setup. It's been just a minute. I've played a lot of 5 parsecs, but you know, whenever you jump back into a game, you have to refresh the rules a little bit. I know that it's fast and slow phases, and we got to roll for everybody's speed to start the game. So let's go ahead and jump right into that. I actually might need a few more D6, if you wouldn't mind bearing with me. For the hottest of hot secs, I need to go grab that. Be right back. Okay, we are back in. I got a bunch more dice. Well, these are all my Drukhari dice from when I was playing 40k. I am actually selling my 40k army to a nice guy at my local game store. So that'll be nice that somebody else gets to use it. Anyway, let's go ahead and start the battle. Or at least right before that, kind of get a little bit of context into, or try to give ourselves a little context into what's going on. So essentially what happened in my head is that Argent Rain, who is Levi and Laura Rain's dad, basically goes on this final job that's supposed to be just like an easy, like last thing the Pikes are kind of forcing him to do even though he's retired. And he's saying, and then when he just doesn't come back, his son Levi, or maybe Laura lets him know that that Argent's gone and isn't coming back, and then Levi's like, okay, we need to get together and try and do something about it. However, the Pikes then show up and say, hey, now that your dad's gone and failed this job, or maybe even messed it up, you now need to take on the debt for the bar. Otherwise, we're going to just take it. So that's what the debt is going to be for this game instead of for the ship, is we have to pay off the debt for our dad's bar, which we're going to call the Gold Run. And so our group will be Rain's Gold Runners, essentially, because they're both, this is like their group. The guy right here, this little Ablian, he is, and I can actually go ahead and do close-ups, actually, of some of this stuff. So we can actually do close-ups. So these guys here, this friend is, let me go to his character sheet that we just generated. He is a Duros named Sudheimer Joss. His background is as like a wasteland nomad. He was an adventurer and then a mercenary. And his whole thing was that he used to be one of the guys that got hired as a fixer, or hired by the fixer, Argent Rain. And now he kind of became a little bit like family to them because of all the jobs they did together. And then hearing this, he joined up with the Rain kids as like, hey, I'll help you get this figured out. And then here is a droid that I rolled up some stats for him. You don't actually add the stats. I just wanted to do it for flavor, but apparently he was a bounty hunter on a space station, and his motivation is like revenge. So I figure something really bad happened to him, and so now that's why he's like out for revenge, and maybe like he got rescued by Argent Rain, so he's been working at the Gold Run as sort of cover, and is also willing to help the Rain kids. But he's also out for money. All of them are, in a way, because despite being loyal to the Rains, they all need to be paid. So in order to actually make money again, in order to like make money to like pay off this debt, they decided to start doing some jobs, like open up their dad's black book, start figuring out ways to make some money and pay off the debt. I'd say that the Gold Run itself is essentially in bad repair, but self-sufficient in that like it typically covers its debts from its patrons, or would, but normally it's in pretty bad disrepair and they have no money to fix it until the debts are paid. So they've started to like open up little black books and their dad's little black book and start beating the street and say, hey, now that our dad's gone, we're going to take up the family business. And with that in mind, that's, I think, when they get one of their first jobs. Levi came in with one that they're sitting on right now. We're not going to worry about that one. But Laura Rain went out and found a job herself from a private organization. And apparently we are moving this guy to the center, VIP to the center of the table. Oh, you know what? This is something that I didn't do last time, I think. I was supposed to reduce the enemy's numbers by 1 because of a security team, which is actually going to make this battle a lot easier. So we're removing 1 of the enemies from the battlefield because holy crap, this was going to be really tough if we didn't do that. But I forgot that we rolled security team as one of the benefits for this. So it's actually only a 4-on-5 rather than a 5-on-4. It's still going to be tough because the enemies still have a specialist. And that is still not super great because they have this like rattle gun. Let me double check that they do have a specialist when they only have 4 folks. I think they do. Let me pull that up. In fact, give me 1 second because I might be able to just... Hold on. Could put this here. Right here. Neat. Okay, patrons. All right, so in the patrons section right here, oh no, I'm sorry. We need to define the battles section for setting up bad boys. Here I am being crazy. Yep, 1 specialist is present for 3 to 6. Yep, so 1 specialist, 1 unique individual, and then 3 regular baddies. That makes a lot of sense. Go ahead and hide that. Okay. So with that in mind, we're in a pretty good spot here to, I think, start the battle. So we don't know a lot about who's hiring us, but for now we'll just say like it was somebody who was maybe had heard of Argent Rain before and was willing to throw his kids a bone, like throw his kids a bit of work. And that's where we're at right now. Okay, so now we need to roll to see how fast our guys are going. So I'll do this on the table. That way we can kind of see who's going to what. We want low numbers to go first. Okay, 1. So the only person who gets to go in the fast phase is going to be lift, L1FT. And then every one of else of the bad guys gets to go in the bad guy phase, which is how this game works. And then all of my guys get to go in the slow phase after that. Okay. Moving on to the actual battle itself. We're going to keep these simple for the first battle while I get my sea legs back under me. Just because when you're getting back into any war game, it takes you a minute to be like, okay, I've got to do all of the sides. I've got to remember everybody's abilities, and I have everything here, but, you know, it's got to be tough. The main thing we want to do here is to try to... I guess I should roll for the... He also can go in the fast phase. The main thing I want to try to do here is get the basics back down. I want to live through this battle, and I want to see if we can get a little bit out of debt at the start. And then as I get my sea legs back under me with playing more of these games, then I'll start to add more things like increased difficulty, random events happening throughout the battles, and that sort of thing. But let's start where we know exactly what we're doing. Okay. We have 2 guys that can go in the fast phase, which is going to be the VIP, and then also the lift here. Now the problem with having the VIP go, he has. Let me double check how this game works for a second. I think it's like 2 actions. Everyone can like move and shoot, or like steady and shoot. But it has been a minute. I play a lot of games. So I'll go to the combat section. Oh, you know what? I think there's at the end a little like rules reference to remind you what you do on your turn. Or is that just for the campaign turn? Figure may move, then make a combat action. Or move, then stun. Okay. Or remove a stun after acting. I think combat actions... I'll have to double check to see if you could move as your combat action. Like see if you could double move. I don't think you can, but I will double check. No, it doesn't look like you can... Oh, wait. Dash allows you to move an additional 2 inches, which enemies will do to reach cover. Okay, so it's not like a full double move. It's essentially just like you get to move your speed and then an additional 2 inches. Okay, that seems to make sense to me. Let's start with our party here. We're going to want this guy to dash. The VIP has a movement of 4 inches, so he can move a total of 6 if he's dashing. All right, so let's go ahead and see what we can do here. I can probably get him here, and there's a lot of cover there. Have him like vault and kind of he's kind of in the open there, so, but I think that's solid. Maybe what we'll do is have him move here, and then 2 inches up. All right, to get here, take 4 inches his whole move, and then we'll have him move 2 inches up again. That's pretty good for line of sight because like he has the cover of this destroyed area. And then we'll go with lift. Now lift I don't think has the most long range weapon. He has an auto rifle at 24 inches, that's not too bad actually. The problem is nobody's going to be in range. I kind of want him to get up here, but he could also potentially take the center. That would be pretty sick to have him contest the center. So I think that's what I'm going to have him do. He's got a speed of 4, so we might dash him up to get to here for the 6 inches. Maybe like keep it here. Yeah, try to get him out of that line of sight if possible. This guy here is just out here trying to do his job when a firefight's about to happen. All right, these 2 have gone. The rest are going to go in the slow phase. So we're going to go ahead and turn the table around. And now, it's the bad boy's turn. What you gonna do? All right, so these guys have cautious AI, which I've recorded for myself over here. Cautious AI means that they'll attempt to stay to cover, and they're going to rush to cover immediately as like their main thing. So we'll start with all the cautious guys, which are these four. They have a speed of 4 inches each. Yep, so they can't quite get to cover with just their movement, so he's going to take the full dash. This guy can, though, so he's going to go here, and he might be able to take a shot. He can see. He doesn't have line of sight on the VIP, but he does have line of sight on our sweet boy. But it's a pretty long shot. But I think he's got incredible range because I think he's got an infantry laser, 30 inches. Yeah, so he's going to take a pot shot at Levi. This will be like one of the first attacks of the game, and it's on me. I don't like that. All right, so these guys have a combat. Oh, now I need to remember how shooting works. Fun, fun, fun. Luckily, I think I'm right there. Resolving hits. Oh, no, that's not. Shooting is what we need to hit. Within 6 inches, no. Within weapon range and in cover is a 6-up. And they have, do they have any bonus to combat? They do not. So it's literally just a 6-up to hit Levi at this distance. No dice. They got a 4 on the dice there. Cool. That's great. So these two have gone. And we'll go over to the right side of the board. Again, these guys need to get in cover. They don't have a line of sight on anyone. What's some of the other things they could do? They'll try to move up in line of sight. So essentially, they'll just move up. Yeah, I think they'll try to just move up to cover and keep moving up the board until they can see somebody. Yeah, this guy's going to move here. This guy doesn't have a great way to get to cover. So I think he's going to actually spend his whole turn getting over here. That way he can take that guy's position. Because if he goes here, he's going to be like wide open. Like here, if anybody gets up here and stuff. So I think smartly he would try to just go here and let them kind of breach and clear this way. So they're done. They didn't have anybody in line of sight. So we're going to go, no doubt, go to the Wookiee. The Wookiee has a 5-inch move. He's got an aggressive AI. So he's going to just basically bum rush anybody that he can. So yeah, he's going to probably just take a 7-inch move this way. So his aggressive AI, he's just going to rush. He's also got a luck point, so he's going to take a hit and keep going, which is rough to be seeing. Luckily, we didn't lose anybody on their turn, and now they're a lot closer to us. Yeah, so the issue here is to get getting our guy to the center of the table is going to be pretty tough because of the aggressive AI, because I'm going to want to sit back and shoot them as they approach. The problem is our AI needs to get to the center. Or our VIP needs to get to the center. And he needs to get within 3 inches of the center, which I believe is just going to be up here, or around here at least. Let's see. So 18 inches this way is here. Kind of right there. 18 inches this way is here. Okay. So within 3 inches of this point here, I'm going to go ahead and put like a D20 right here. So 3 inches of that this way. Yeah, essentially, if I want to do this smartly, the VIP needs to get up here. Which, okay, if we cut this way, I think that's maybe the smartest way to do it. Which might mean that I abandon this flank and just move everybody this way. So that way we can like let them have to spend their turns coming this way to try and outflank us, while we just push this direction and then have our guy run up the top. I think that's smart. That's what we're going to do. So instead of taking pot shots, I'm going to have Sudheimer Joss. He's got speed, I think he's speed 4. I don't think he's fast. Yeah, Sudheimer Joss. Is anybody speed 5? Oh, our boy, Levi is, because he's a scoundrel. Oh, my audio's tinny when I'm facing the computer. Thank you, Jess. I want to make sure. Oh, I see why my audio's tinny. It's because it's trying to use the Yeti. Thank you for checking that for me. Amazing. Okay, sweet. So yeah, if you heard my audio being bad, it was because my Yeti mic was on. It was all the way over there. So hopefully, just my lav mic should be good. But let me know if there's any other audio issues or anything else that might be a problem. I'd love to see. Cool. So that should be fixed now. Anyway, Sudember Joss is going to go ahead and move this 6 inches, which is going to be his full turn to get over there. And then Levi's going to take, he's got a 7-inch move to get over here. Is that risky? Seems a little risky. For moving over surfaces, can I just like jump over it, like vault it? Looks like I can, but it'll use like additional movement. So he was here, so it'll take 2 inches to get to here, and then we'll just take it cost an additional inch to go up and down the other way. So 1, 2, so that's 4 inches, and he should have 3 more inches to go. So he's here now. Cool. And then Laura, I think I'm going to have her scale this to get her on top, or I could have her move around to kind of flank. That actually seems way smarter. Yeah, we'll have her move her full 6 inches here, right about there. Yeah, that should be fine. So she's kind of got like this angle here. Awesome. I'll show you some close-ups of the action. We've got the squad. I'll switch over to a close-up view. The squad moving up the table here. Laura's trying to flank on this end. And we've got 2 enemies trying to move this way, while the other enemies are going to probably try and push this way to get the guys that are out in the open. Now, ideally, the smoke here will cause them to have a little bit of trouble getting a shot off, but it's possible they get an out in the open shot, which could be pretty bad. But that'll take us to the next turn. Turn 2. All right. Okay, do. No, not for her. No. No. Levi. No. Yeah. All right, everybody's moving in the slow phase. This could be problematic, actually. Oh yeah, I forgot. I don't necessarily need to roll per person. I can just roll the amount of dice for characters I have and then assign them based on their savvy, I think. Oh no, their reactions. And the best reactions I have is 2. So that's not happening. Moving over to the enemies. Okay. So I would actually, in between turns, there's been a shot off that's gone over here. And what we're doing in this campaign is we're playing things a little bit more narratively. So in the center of the table, we have a dude who's doing his job. And right now, he could be just going about his day. But a little bit further off, across the other side of the board, we heard a shot go off. Just one, like just a little like ping of a laser. That may set him off, like, oh my gosh, is there a drive-by going on or something? So I would actually like to roll for him his reactions to see if like, oh, I'm going to get out of here or if he's going to stay. So let's go ahead and go to the dice tray. I'm going to say on a 3 or lower, he is going to like know that something's up and do an action. Our guy has not a care in the world. He's got his job to do. He is in his business. He is living his life, and we should all respect that. Good on you, buddy. That does mean that he is staying in the center of the board there, which is directly in line with Laura and Laura's shot to these guys. So that means in order to get a shot off, like shooting through enemies, let me see if there's any specific rules on. There is rules for it, I know. There's watch where you point that thing. If line of sight crosses another character between the fire and the target, the shot cannot be taken. This applies to both sides. Okay, so these guys can't get a shot off on Laura. So what they are going to do, I think, then, is spend their turn getting to the next bit of cover. So he's going to move up here, and this guy's going to do, I think, the same thing. Yeah, up there's a little too exposed. Okay, so he's double moved all the way there. Wait, that was 5 inches. He should have 1 more inch. So yeah, they both should get up here just fine. That is their whole turn. If we go over here, these guys are going to go. Now, let's see here. This guy's got a pretty good line of sight on Suit Armor Joss. Now, let's see real quick. It does cross the smoke, which I was ruling as giving cover, essentially. So that's going to be like what protects them here. Because I didn't want this to just devolve into a huge firefight from across the entire board. I wanted some movement to happen. So he can fire, but it is going to be, it's going to be within cover. And then the other side of that, though, is he has a rattle gun, which is bad. And he's also going to aim, which means he re-rolls 1s on the die. So this guy's rattle gun, also he wouldn't, because he didn't move, he doesn't suffer the heavy penalty, so he definitely wouldn't move. All right, so he's got 3 shots. This is going to be nasty, nasty. From here to Suit Armor Joss. He gets to re-roll 1s hitting on 6s. Oh my god. Oh, this is bad. That's really bad. Whew. Oh, fam, I'm cooked. Oh, I'm cooked. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, well, we didn't want to win this. It's fine. Oh my gosh. You're joking. You're joking. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to roll to see if he gets fucking killed. Okay, that's 2 shots that hit him. He has got a okay toughness. Toughness is 3, so resolving hits. If the roller exceeds the toughness. Okay, so on a 3 up, he is, regardless of the roll a 1d6 and add the damage rating of the attack. If it equals or exceeds the toughness, or is a natural 6, they become a casualty. So I really need to roll 3 down twice in a row. This is insane. I'm so cooked. Yeah, immediately kill. Okay, so Suit Armor Joss, as he's running across the field, immediately gets mowed down by, oh my god. I'll do a close-up here. Essentially, he gets immediately mowed down in the field of battle as the rattle gun user just goes pew, 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 takes out Suit Armor Joss. He is down. They have to keep moving because they got to get the VIP to where he's supposed to go. But that is a really bad start to the battle. Suit Armor Joss had a pretty good combat score, and without even being able to take out any of these guys, we're in a spot of bother. A spot of bother, indeed. All right. Okay, well, the thing about this game is you can always run off the board if things are going really bad. But we're not going to do that just yet, because the enemies haven't finished their turn. This is why rolling really low on my reactions like that was bad. Let me see. This guy I don't think has a line of sight because of this in the way, but the Wookiee definitely would. So he's gonna actually have to move up to get where he needs to be. I think he's gonna move like his full movement so that he can try to get to the cover of the smoke. Trying to stay out of the way of the Wookiee. Okay, and then the Wookiee's gonna go. The Wookiee definitely has a line of sight on my sweet boy. Okay. And I think he will take the shot. Let me double check the aggressive AI. Aggressive AI, opponents will move at least half their move. Okay, so he'll move at least 2.5 inches closer before firing. And then he has a range. Oh, he'll move his full because he has an 8-inch range. So never mind. He's not going to just move 2.5 inches. He's just going to run. He's running at him like a badass. Did you do something to piss him off? They definitely did. So I'm going to back him up. So he's just going to move the full 7 inches. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. That works with me. Which brings us to our turn. Levi, like, sees his father's old friend, Sudamar Joss, go down immediately to rattlegun fire as they're making a break for it. And is rethinking a lot of things, I'd imagine, in this moment. I think a lot of, if your dad's buddy gets killed immediately on your first mission, then I think things tend to change. But I think Lift is like, stick with the mission, we gotta go, or something, however robots sound, beep boop. So they're still gonna rush to try and get to the VIP to the final point. And ideally Laura can get some shots off. Well, I mean, yes, she can now that they've moved up. So yeah, we'll go to our turn and see if we can turn this around a little. Yeah, with Sudamar Joss gone, we're in a bit of a spot of bother. I think to figure out exactly like what we should do on this, the best thing to do is start with Laura to see if she can take out one of these guys. So Laura's going to start. She has an auto rifle, which if she's going to aim and shoot, so she's going to reroll ones. So over here we've got Laura, and she's going to take a pod shot at this guy here. She has a combat score of 0, so we're just aiming for, I think, just 6s here. 6s rerolling 1s. Within weapon range, and yeah, 6s rerolling 1s. 5 and a 2. No dice, unfortunately. That's not good. So, pew pew, hits against the rocks. Now this guy's freaking out, now that there's shots going off right next to him, pinging off that. Here's the question. Because we missed, and that dude was pretty close to in the way. I mean, she's got pretty good line of sight on this guy. She wasn't really risking anything. Do I want to say, you know what? Laura's cautious. That's one of her traits. I don't think she would have risked a shot that would have hit him. So I think that we'll say that we don't have to roll to see if he got hit or something, because I think that's probably why she moved her aim to the side. She did not want to risk hitting that dude. All right, so she's done, though, on her turn, which is rough. I'm going to just double move the VIP 6 inches this way. I'm going to move up Lift here. And then Levi, it's 4 inches to hit here. And then how tall is this? He's got 3 more inches. It's 7 inches, so he could get up to the top. He's going to stop here, but that is going to be his double move. So he stops there, which is at least nice that we're out of the cover there. Yeesh, the VIP's in a bit of spot above as well. But we're going to go ahead and take a shot at this guy in the blue. Lift does not... Oh, Lift only has eyes on this guy. I think he can trace a line through here, but I think Lift is going to be at risk of hitting this dude. So if we miss this shot against the dude in the far back, I think what we're going to have to do is make a check to see if this dude gets mowed down. All right. So Lift has a range 24 auto rifle. He also has a 12-inch shotgun. And he is within 12 inches. So we're going to use the shotgun. Full bore. It's a focused weapon, so both shots need to go on him. Damage +1. All right, here we go. It is a 6 up normally. He's got a combat +1, so it's going to be a 5 up with no rerolls. 1 hit. That's actually fantastic. Now he's got a strength 1. So that means that this guy, who has a toughness of 4, now has a toughness of 3. So he needs, is it that way, or is it the other direction? Yes, so would have been a 4 up saves him. Now he needs a, wait, that's the opposite direction, right? Make sure I'm getting this. Oh, it's the opposite direction, right? Low toughness is good. Characters hit, roll a 1d6 and add damage. If it equals or exceeds the toughness. Because I got a 5 against Sudheimer Joss, I think, for that one. So I think Samba Sudheimer got with a 5. So yes. Yeah, it brings its toughness. Or it doesn't bring its toughness down. It just we add strength to the roll of the die. 3 puts it to a 4 with the strength 1, which does take this guy out. Which is great, because now we don't have to roll to see if that guy got hit with the other shot, because we were accurate. That's pretty solid. 1 for 1 here, but we're still outnumbered. Outgunned a little too. But that is solid. That puts us into a good spot. The rattle gun dude won't be able to take any shots, really, I don't think, which is pretty huge. We might have to worry about these two taking out our VIP, which would be pretty bad. We just have to probably quit the field at that point. But let's move on to round 3. We're so ready. We're so in there, dog. With one person gone, we only roll 4 dice, because we still have to roll for the VIP. 1, a 2. Okay. Actually, we might want to make the VIP go first to get him out of range. And I almost want to go, because I imagine these guys come up here or move to the side. If they come here, I feel like they've got a pretty good shot at our boy. So I think we're going to put the 2 onto Lift, who I believe has 2 reactions. Reactions, yes, he has got a 2 in reactions. Reactions means that these dice that I rolled here, they allow you to go in the fast phase, which is pretty good in a situation exactly like this, where we don't want these guys to be able to move first and then take pot shot. That's what happened to Sudheimer. If he was able to move on his turn, I could have gotten him to cover, and they might have not even been able to get a shot. So we're going to start here. I think we do have to move up. Oh, let's go with this guy. I'm going to roll a d10 to see where he goes on the board. He makes a move. Let's see how many inches. 3 inches that direction. Makes sense, seeing as the other guy just shot at him. So that guy moves there. He's just running. Cool. All right, we're going to make a... I almost want to just aim and shoot, but I am worried about our robot friend getting got. So we're going to have him move up here. And then we're going to put both barrels into that guy there. Same deal. It's going to be a 5 up, no rerolls. 6. Fantastic. I can't remember if there's anything about getting a 6 on the die. I don't think there is. Okay. Yeah, but we got 1 full bore shot. So let's see what he's got. He also got a 6, which means +1. We definitely take this guy out. Oh, you know what? One thing I didn't do. I didn't check for panic at the end of last turn, and we do have to do that. So let's quickly check for panic. And I have to remember how that one works. Sorry that there's so much remembering. It's panic. So between rounds, because one of them died, I think I do have to roll to see if any of them run. Running away. At the end of a round, enemy will test morale if they lost any figures. If the enemy fails their test, some of them will bail, fleeing the battle. Roll a number of dice equal to the number of figures that were removed, and compare that to combat this round. Casualties from environmental hazards will not be counted. Every die that falls within the panic range indicates one of them will bail. Apply each die to an enemy figure, starting with the figures closest to the enemy battlefield edge. These figures bail and are removed from play. They do not count as killed for any purposes, and do not trigger morale. Okay. So it's just those 3, 1, 2, 3 that have a chance of bailing. The big boy will not run. So between a 1 and 3 is the panic range. Is it the amount? I don't think they run because the panic rate is 1 in 3. I just want to double check to see if that changes based on how many die. Oh, it's the amount of figures is how many rolls, how many I roll. Okay, so that does not, none of them run, so we didn't need to worry about that. But that guy just got, so we'll worry about him for this round as well. All right, Lift is carrying. I feel like robots tend to carry, especially robots named Lift. Ha 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 ha. Hey, thank you, Amy, for the compliment on the terrain. I appreciate it. It's all pretty recently completed, too. I'm pretty happy with how it all turned out. I'll do just a cheeky close-up of some of these guys on the field real quick. Do a little rotation. Really stoked that Lift managed to take both of those guys out with both barrels. We would have been in a spot of bother had he not. I keep saying that. I apologize. All right. We're back in. All right. With that, we are kind of back in this game because we've evened it out, and it doesn't look like we're going to get got, and we have time to get our VIP here. I don't even think I'm going to risk him going up the stairs. What I think I'm going to do is have him get here and then just try and clamber up the side. So we're going to have him just run full stop here, and because the enemies are not really there, should be fine. All right, so these two have gone. Moving to the enemy's turn. Now they got to make some choices because they don't really have anyone in range. I think he might come this way and take a shot at Levi. I think that is what he's going to do. So he moves 4 inches here. And then he's going to take a pot shot at Levi, because that keeps him in cover and allows him to shoot. Just make sure that fits within cautious AI. Yep, they have to get within. Cool. All right, so he's within. He's going to take a pot shot at Levi. Levi doesn't see it coming. Thinks he's got the cover. Does not. Oh, he has cover at least, so it's still going to be a 6-up on the die to get him, and doesn't get re-rolls. But he gets the shot. All right, here comes an infantry laser. 3, thank God. If Levi got right away. Luckily, he still has luck, but still would not have been good for our boy to take another shot right off the dome. Speaking of luck, wait a second, I just realized something. We're using the human stat block for Sudheimer. Which means he should... Actually, he doesn't die. He just spends his luck. Oh. Let me just go back to what spending luck again does. Because I just realized he should have luck. Okay, let me go to that, because luck is essentially HP, and human players get luck. So immediately he's going to be moved to D6 and in a random direction. And we'll roll a D10 for that. Oh man, Sudheimer's not down. That's actually huge. So he moves 1 inch this direction, which, with that, he probably would have shot at him instead. We're going to say he's going to go in the slow turn. But even with a 3, it would have been a 5-up to hit, so he still wouldn't have hit. So regardless, even with that, he still would go down. Wouldn't go down. So yeah, Sudheimer's back on the field, which is pretty fantastic. I think I missed a turn with him last turn, but that is fine. I feel bad not knowing that, so I'm going to just take the L there. Cool. We'll just have him go in the slow phase. I could just move him up, because that's all he would have done on his turn, is just get within cover here. We'll just have him do that. I feel cheaty a little bit doing that. Are people going to be mad at me if I take the free move? I think I'm not going to. I think I'm just going to let him chill there, because I missed his turn. We'll just have him go into slow phase this turn. Which means Wookiee and Rattlegun will go. Wookiee is in the way, is in the way of the Rattlegun guy, so he can't really take the shot. However, the Wookiee is just going to freaking run at him like a badass. The full send it. Full send it. Can he get, if he gets within 5, is he within 8 inches? He's not, so he's going to take the full 7-inch move. Okay. Now he's within. The Rattlegun guy, I think, is going to adjust where he is and go this direction. The full 7 inches staying in cover. Because he doesn't have a shot anymore, and this is going to be the direction he's going to have a shot. All right, that brings us to the slow phase. Only these two went, so we've got all 3 that can get to go this time. All right, I think Sudheimer needs cover, so we're going to have him get here, and he's going to take a pot shot at the Wookiee. Sudheimer, what do you got for me? Bruh. He's got a needle rifle with 2 shots. Fantastic. It's got critical, which on a nat 6, it inflicts 2 hits. So we are only hitting, he's out in the open on a 5-up. And Sudheimer has a +1, so 4-up. Nat 6 is going to be 2 hits on this guy. So we'll roll them one at a time because this Wookiee also has luck. And he's pretty freaking tough. He's a toughness 5-up. There's no strength on this hit, so I need a 5-up to wound. No on the first. Yes on the second. So what he takes then is a panic token. And he also loses his luck. So he's going to move in a random direction, 6 inches. He moves 5 inches backwards. I ain't capping. You saw the roll. That is going to be amazing. So he moves 5 inches backwards, behind cover for him, which is good for him. But he also takes a panic token for having gotten a shot on him without taking a wound. On his turn, he can remove those, I believe. I'll double check how that one works in a second, because no one's survived a hit on them yet till now. But yeah, the Wookiee's luck point has gone out, which is real good, because we were about to get absolutely annihilated, and he got pushed back real far. So that is maybe the best possible result we could have hoped for. Sudheimer's back, better than ever. You can't keep a Duros down. That's what we like to see. Which brings us to our other 2. Levi doesn't really have a shot, but what I think he might do is clamber up so he actually gets cover up here. Go up the stairs. I think instead of going up the stairs, he's just going to climb up. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll just double check that I'm not. He might have to double move to do that. I'll double check the climbing for movement. It says vertical move obstacles can be traversed by just spending the cost of the thing. So a 2-inch wall uses 2 inch of movement. Yeah, so he just spends 4 inches to get up to the top. He even has 5 inches, so just, tuck him in there. You know what else is 5 inches? We're going to go ahead and take a shot at this guy here. And that is going to be... I apologize for that. Infantry laser, shot 1 on a 6. Bipod would be great, except I'm definitely moved. +1 to hit at ranges over 8 inches when aiming or when firing from cover. Oh, so I guess bipod does work. I thought that it wouldn't, but we're definitely firing from cover. So we actually get a +1 to hit, so it's a 5-up. 1 is not going to do it because I did not aim. Okay, he's done. Laura's turn. Laura's friggin' chilling. She gonna just move up? I feel like she wouldn't want to just get out of cover like that. So I think she's going to probably just move this way. What's her range on her weapon? She's got 24 inches. Maybe she'll just also climb up here to keep an eye on folks. I think in general, when you have high elevation, because I like to use elevation, I like to give people cover. Like bad guys, good guys, doesn't matter. I feel like if you're on top of something with elevation, I like to give you cover, with some exceptions depending on how things make sense. Like for instance, if you were on the top of here and you were trying to shoot at somebody, I feel like I would just give you cover because it's fun to be on the top of something like this. I don't think like my guy could climb up this because he'd be trying to do like an Assassin's Creed jump, and clambering up here seems fine because he can just use these footholds, but like, and she could do the same thing over here, just clambering up the side. But yeah, I'm not gonna let him Assassin's Creed jump, but I probably, if somebody had like a jetpack and they could get up here, I'd probably give them cover just from the elevation. And that's just how I like to run things. You don't have to do that. I'm gonna do that. So things like up here, I'm gonna say that's cover. Same if somebody was up here or over here. So yeah, that works with me. Cool. We're gonna, that was her 4-inch move to get up, I believe. Yeah, I'm gonna wobbly model syndrome her. And then she has a 24-inch shot. I don't think she's gonna be in range. Or she super is. 24 inches. It is an auto rifle, so she's got 2 shots. On that guy, he's got, so it's a 6 up because he has cover. Double 4s, not going to do it. A poor man's boxcars, if you will. And it's me, I'm the poor man. Which brings us to turn 4. Where's this guy going? We'll do him, and we'll have him probably just keep going the direction he's going. Another 2 inches. He's just scooting. He's scooting and boogieing. We'll do it. Yeah, he's still going that direction. Just double checked because I realized him being there kind of bad for the bad guy. But I rolled it, and that's still where you'd go, so cool. Sometimes the bad guys get bad luck, and we take those. We take those. All right, next round, I believe. So yeah, these guys came up here, that guy came around there. Let's quickly roll morale. Oh, 1. So now we see who's the closest to the battlefield edge, and I believe it's this guy. So this guy bugs out. That is very lucky for me. He doesn't count as killed, if there's anything that has to do with that, but that guy just runs. We're doing pretty good now. I'll take that because it started pretty bad. And we'll go into the next phase. Tell you what though, shake things up a bit. We could pull up a because now I do feel more confident. We could go ahead and see if there's any fun random events that could happen on this round. I'm going to see if that's a thing, because that could be pretty fun. I'm trying to remember which rules it is. I'll pull up what I'm looking at here. Okay. Expanded ways to play. No minis. I don't think it's this one. Hey, Mo. I didn't see you there. Yeah, I thought if anyone was going to catch that, it's definitely you. Oh, gosh. Incredible. Let's see what we got. Difficulty toggles. I think that's close to where we wanted. I thought there was a random events table. Am I tripping, or is it in the core book? I know it's in one of these. Oh yeah, it is in the core book. Okay. Normally we do this at the end of turn 2. So if we were gonna do it, we should have done it already. But I'm gonna do it anyway now at the end of round. Oh wait. Oh yeah, I think that was the end of round 3. But yeah, we're gonna roll them anyway right now. Is that 6 or 9? I can never tell. Hey, that's for you, Mo. 65. Desperate plan. A random figure in your crew cannot act next round, but instead select another figure of choice that may act in both the quick and slow actions. Okay. Who's it gonna be? 1, 2, 3. Well, I'm just gonna skip you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rerolling all 9 of those. 2. Suit Armor Josh cannot go. That's actually not great because he's super in range. All right, but we're gonna go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. The robot can go twice. I like that. Watch Suit Armor Josh die. Suit Armor Josh. Jesus, can't speak. Watch this dude die again because of that. But that's what we rolled, so that's what we're gonna do. Starting at the top of the round. All right, we got 1 and a 2. This guy can't go. So still say he has to go in the slow round. I'm even confused. Actually, I'm going to re-roll this because I just realized these two don't need to roll because we just figured out when they have to go. So I'm actually just going to roll 3. Still good roll, though. I'll take that all day. Laura has reactions 2. What about Levi? Levi's reactions 1. I'm going to give the 1 to the dude here, and we'll give this one to Levi and have our boy go last. Starting with this guy, because he also gets to go because he gets... Oh, sorry, not this guy. The robot. He gets to go in the quick and slow. What we're going to do is double move him up here. 6 inches. And then our sweet friend... This is the beginning of round 4, so we actually are getting there within time. That puts him within 3 inches of the battlefield middle, I believe. I'll double check. Okay, so 18 inches this way is here. 18 inches this way is here. So here, within 3 inches. Yep, puts him just on the edge of 3 inches at the beginning of round 4. Which I believe, because they get a little bit more movement, that I believe makes us win this. Let's see. If it's fully within, full round within 3 inches of the center of the table, you win. If you achieve this within the first 4 rounds of the game, awesome. So we just have to hold this round, and we're chilling. I forget if you can hold... Yeah, let's pop back to the terrain. Thank you, Mo. I appreciate that. I forgot to do that. Appreciate. Awesome. Okay, so I'm a little worried about putting her in danger. Now that we know that this guy can't, we don't have to worry about him, all I'm going to do with her is just pop her down. Like, I'm just going to pop her down with her turn and call it a day. And if these two, this guy can't go, this guy goes in the slow turn, so I think we're going to call it there for these guys' actions. Now, here's going to be the big thing. I think thanks to this NPC, we aren't cooked completely because he can't shoot through. He's still going to be able to shoot at lift, but he can't shoot at his ally. Yeah, he's got a line to shoot lift at least, I think. I'm going to say yeah. He's within 6 inches? Yes, he is. Does that change things? 6 inches in cover. Within 6 inches in the open, within 6 inches... Oh yeah, so it'd be a 5 up because it's 6 inches and in cover. However, he has a -1 to hit because he's using a heavy weapon. So he's still going to be hitting on a 6 up. But he does have 3 shots. Okay, so none of them's hit. Thank God. This scattergun dude was about to be my bane. So all 3 shots miss on lift. And we'll go over here. Give you guys a quick close-up of that action, because that's pretty neat. So this guy basically just unloaded onto lift just now. It was pretty nasty. A little fun pan. These guys are the dudes that lift just mowed down. Now the problem with lift doing so much work is that robots can't gain XP. So despite all of the murder I've had him doing, it's actually kind of bad for me in a progression sense because none of the human characters get anything in terms of XP to grow because of that. Not amazing. But you know what? We lived, bitch. So I'll take it. Let's go back to the other side of the board, since that's where the action is. All right, let me plug the phone back in. Okay, sweet. Hello, James. Potentially, dude. I'm glad that you were a part of the community and stuff. I use my Discord pretty just as me, but I'd add you for sure. Let me go ahead and do that later. Remind me towards the end of the stream, all right? And we can get that going. Maybe we can get even a little bit of a war game thing going on Discord. That would be fun. But yeah, I haven't done much professionally with my Discord besides doing a little DM thing. But that would be fun. That seems neat. So yeah, James, remind me at the end of the stream to do that, and we'll get that going. All right, so back over here, Rattlegun Dude. Let's go with the Wookiee actually, because I think this Wookiee's pissed as hell, but he has to deal with the shock on him, which might actually mean it so he can't do anything important this round. That would be amazing and would save our butts, because him not being able to actually kill us this whole game, pretty ideal, I will admit. Resolving hits. So he made the saving throw. Gracious me. So they got the stunned. I gotta remember how to deal with stunned. Let me just Control F for stunned. So as an action, you remove one stun marker. But what does stun to do? I think it just removes one of your actions. The figure becomes stunned. The next time they act, they move or perform a combat action, but not both. Oh, sweet. So then they get to remove. Oh, the thing is, he's really short range. So he's got an 8-inch max range here. Ooh, is that enough? It is. All right. I can't lie. He's within his machine pistol range of our sweet boy Levi, so he's going to take the shot. I was hoping he wouldn't even get to shoot. Tis not to be. Tis not to be. All right, so he has a +2 to his combat roll. He's got to unload both barrels of this machine pistol into Levi. Levi has cover, so it's going to be a 6-up normally, down to a 5-4 up on both of these. No strength on this weapon. A 4 and a 1. Wait, it was a 6-up normally. 5-4. Okay, one does hit. So now Levi, no strength, so his toughness is... Oh, Levi is not tough. He's got a 3-up. So I need a 2 or a 1, I think, to not get got, right? No, it's a... If it meets or exceeds, right? I always forget how toughness works. I know I just did this 5 times. I'm sorry. For some reason, it's not sticking in my brain. I don't know why. A roll that is less than the toughness. Equals or exceeds. So, okay. Yeah, so high toughness is good because you want a roll that's more than the toughness. I don't know why this is not sticking in my brain. But anyway, a 3 or up wounds Levi. A 3 is on the die. Luckily, we still have a luck. So he rolls in a random direction. 3 and 6 inches this way? What do you mean? You're just jumping? So literally, Levi, this guy does a machine pistol shot, hits the side here, and Levi just takes a freaking leap 6 inches off the balcony and lands here. That's kind of badass. I'm not going to lie. And that puts the smoke cloud between him and that. But that is actually kind of badass. And then he's going to so, because now that we're in the slow turn, I'll just have everybody I guess we probably do want to try to kill. He can act again. I don't think it matters because he doesn't get anything for killing him. No, it doesn't matter because he doesn't get the XP regardless. So there's no point in killing him. No point in killing... I guess Levi hasn't gone yet. We could try to see if Levi gets this shot off. He doesn't get a panic or a stunned because he did actually take the damage. Loses the luck point right now. And that means that we need to have Levi go. The battle's going to immediately end after this. He gets a 5-inch move. It's going to be, we'll go down to 4 inches because we have to scale that. So he's going to go right here. Within 6 inches, he isn't covered, so it's going to be a 5 up. Let's see. And then we are not shooting from cover. I'm not going to give myself the +1 to hit from the bipod. That just doesn't make sense. So it's just one shot here at a 5 up from just being really close. A 6? You're joking? Okay. If he gets the kill on this dude, that would be insane. He's got a lot of toughness, so it's probably not going to happen. So I need to get a 5 or 6 on this die roll to get the kill here. This is going to be insane if this happens. You know what? We're going to go ahead and go straight up here. We're looking for a 5 or 6 to kill the unique individual. And if we kill him, oh my god. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. A 2 is not going to do it. All right. Them's the breaks. I wasn't really expecting to kill him. So, cool. That brings us to the end of the battle, because as this guy basically locks in, like, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, he gets what he was trying to get done right here, which means, I'll go ahead and give it a little close-up of the final round of the battle here. So right here, this guy managed to get within the table edge. Let's say he was trying to, like, hack something that these guys were trying to protect. And boom, they all get the notification that's like mission failed. These guards here were like, oh, we're specifically here to send to protect this thing. And now we have absolutely just failed. I think what happens is these two are like having this standoff. They're about to kill each other. Levi just jumped off this, or was like shot off this ledge, did a flying leap, like did a roll over here, boom, 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 shot at the Wookiee. And as the smoke clears between them, Levi realizes he's super fucked and made a terrible mistake because this guy's about to chop him in half. He's realizing a lot of things that were bad. We'll do a quick close-up here. And, oh my god, this Wookiee immediately gets like a like, call me, beat me if you want to reach me, beep on his comm link. And it's just like, you failed. Mission over. You're not going to get paid for this. You just hear the Wookiee go, and just leaves. That was my Wookiee impression. I hope it was good. You see him like, I'll get you next time, and like wanders off. And Levi's like, all right, I guess. That's fine. Suit Armor Joss is like, damn, that's a lucky kid. And Lift is over here having done pretty much all the work alongside Laura giving the cover. But yeah, having successfully done the mission within 4 turns, we're going to get additional cash, which I'm stoked about. I am really stoked about the additional money because at the beginning of this campaign, we're in a lot of debt, and it would be nice to be in less of it. Sweet. Good mission. So, we're going to go ahead and move over to this screen for a second. I'm going to reset slightly. In the meantime, I'll just give you a view of the Wargaming table only while I'm quickly resetting the webcam over here.
Thank you, Mo. This is why people I need people watching the stream that will tell me when things are going bad. Because otherwise, I'm just gonna be in a whole spot of bother. Good gracious me. Thank you. Appreciate you saving my butt before you popped off. I'll catch you next time, next stream. All right. Fantastic. I can get rid of this one for now. I'm trying to get this all locked in. It's still pretty hard to get everything figured out, but we're getting closer. We're getting closer to figuring things out. My audio sources are a little bit all over the place because I can't use the Yeti when I'm shooting, just because of the angle. The Yeti would be in the way, so I have to use a different mic, and that's just the way the cookie crumbles. All right, so let's go ahead and resolve the end of this mission. So we just did the battle. Let's resolve post-battle activities. We now need to determine if those guys became our rivals. So that's actually pretty huge. I need to get I'm gonna go
Copy. Ah. No one
no one
yell at
yell at
me.
me. Okay. Fantastic. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and roll now to see if they become my enemies. The we have rampant crime here and a vendetta thing. So enemies will become my rivals on a roll of a 1 or a 2. So we'll figure out if these guys are pissed that we stopped their mission, if that Wookiee is going to come back for revenge. On a 6, I think they were not that bothered by that. They were just like, we're here to do a mission. I don't give that much of a shit one way or the other. I'm just going to get paid. And if the Wookiee's not going to get paid, he's not going to come back around. I think we could hang with that Wookiee. I think I kind of want to hire him. Maybe in the next round we can go out and Levi can go recruiting and actually recruit him to the team. So like, hey, that was a pretty crazy battle we just had. Why don't you and I join forces? Now he's not going to have the luck or whatever that he would have had from that. Speaking of which, we're going to go ahead and give Sudheimer and Levi their luck back. They get luck. Uh, they get their luck back between battles. It doesn't go away. It's basically health points. Cool. So they're not a rival, which means we might want to go and recruit that dude, which I'm kind of stoked about. It's going to be our boy. And then next we see quest progress. That's pretty sick. No quest, no quest. Battlefield finds. So if we held the field, we can loot the battlefield. On a D, roll a D100. And then page 121. Nobody was injured, thanks to luck. Cheese and crackers. Could have been bad. All right. Let me change the lighting slightly. Make it easier for you guys to see a little bit. There we go. But yeah, that was a 42. 42 is a starship part, redeemable as equivalent to 2 credits only when installing starship components. So for that, we're going to translate that into over here, we have territory and upgrades. So we're going to say 2 credits worth of upgrade parts. And we can use that to upgrading the gold run, which is our bar, to potentially have cooler stuff. We're going to translate some of the 5 parsec stuff or make up some stuff for upgrades here. That's pretty great, actually. So that's our battlefield finds. Because we did hold the field. Oh my gosh, what have I done? Back to page 121. Sorry about that. Check for invasion we are not doing, actually. Because this planet is... I guess you know what we could do? We only do that if they're an invasion threat. Yeah, so we don't need to do that. We are now gathering the loot. Roll once on 131. We have to blow on the dice for good luck. It's customary. That is a 37. That's going to be damaged gear. Roll twice on the gear subtable, and both items require repair. That's pretty good. Like we're going to have to get more people with good savvy to start repairing, but that's getting 2 items is solid when we're this early in the game. All right, gear. 79. 79, which is utility items. Another D100. That's going to be, that was a 00, a 9, which is going to be a battle visor. Figure out what that is soon. Okay. Next, and I'll need to put damaged. So we'll need to spend some time repairing that. Next roll, we get 1 more gear, I believe. Yeah, 1 more damaged gear. And that's going to be 45, which is protective items, which is really good. You need protective items. That's a 20, and that's going to be combat armor. Another that's also fantastic. Damaged, but we'll take that all day. We'll come back to doing that when they're like putting their info down when they're fixed, but I think both would be useful. Probably prioritizing battle armor. So that's our loot done. The next thing we need to do is all right. We did the loot. Determine injuries. Luckily, nobody was injured. That's good. Thanks to the luck. If a character with luck would have been slain, no. Fantastic. And again, if they get 3 stuns, which knocks them out, they don't actually have to roll. That's fantastic. Okay. Experience and character upgrades. Let's see. Survived and won. So every character gets +3 experience points. It looks to me that like the only one to actually get the kills out there was Lift. So Lift does not get any experience points, and he was the first character to kill. So nothing. We didn't kill the unique individual, so no experience there. And we're not playing on easy mode, despite what you might think. So no experience there either. So just everybody gets 3 for survived and won. Let's see. And then, all right, nobody's going to have enough XP to level up. So we'll just quickly give everybody 3 XP except for our robot friend. That's maybe the problem of letting a robot carry you in the beginning is you get less XP. But hey, if you're going into a battle with where you're outnumbered and they have a unique individual and a specialist with a rattle gun, I'll take being carried a little bit. Fantastic. We're not going to do any ability increases yet. Can we invest in advanced training? I don't want to. It's a lot of money we do not have. I feel like I'm pretty okay with our items right now. I think I'm going to keep what we have. We are probably going to recruit somebody this next round. And we'll have to give them... Hold on. You have the shotgun. We do have the shotgun, though. Like, we could give that to somebody else. Like, if we hire the Wookiee, then we could give him the shotgun and the colony rifle. Which I'd be pretty okay with. Cool. And then moving on from there, roll for a campaign event, and then we roll for a character event. Where I'm setting this game, by the way, if you're curious about where in the Star Wars universe, this is like pretty much post Order 66 Star Wars, Rise of the Empire kind of thing. I'm sure many of you were curious. But yeah, essentially these guys are this guy, Argent Rain, their father, the 2 main characters' father, was a fixer during the Clone Wars for the Pikes, and trying to settle down after the war. The character event table. Let me just control F for it. $126. But yeah, so that's where we are in the world. All right, so next, campaign events. That's going to be an 85. 85 is a bit of time on your hands. The crew has a few days to do their own thing. Select 2 crew members at random and have each make a roll on the exploration table. Cool. All right. We're going to grab all our crew. And I'll do a quick roll with a d6. 1, 2, 3, 4, re-rolling. 1, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4. All right. So these two are off on their going to have a they're off and they're going to do some exploring. They've got some exploring to do. We'll quickly resolve that. All right, see some D100 action again. 37. You hear a tip. You may opt to automatically track down a rival this campaign turn. Now, we don't have a rival. So they hear a tip, but I think, you know what? We're gonna re-flavor that as, instead of track down a rival, we are going to be able to, like, I think Levi asked Laura to see if she can figure out where that Wookiee went. And he's like, I think we might have something. That guy, I saw something in his eyes. I want to see if I can recruit him. So that tip is actually where he went. So now we'll roll for lift. 59. That's going to be pick a fight. Oh, dude, no! Lift what? Okay. Well, great. Add a rival to your list. If the Karen gets this event, which is a Wookiee in this game, add the rival as normal. But the first time you meet them in battle, they have -1 enemy, as you already knocked one out in the initial brawl. Okay, so Lift has a backstory where he was a bounty hunter, and he's out for revenge. Motivation, revenge. We haven't gone too deep into what this means right now, but I have the idea here that as we're adding a rival, because of this, I think that he maybe found somebody from his old space station. Maybe somebody that used to like own him or something, or somebody that doesn't, or we could just be on Mos Eisley or Mos Espa, where people don't like robots that much because we're post Clone Wars. So maybe he just gets in a fight because he's sick of hearing like people talk down to him. Maybe Laura's there to try and break it up, but it causes a fight. So now we got to figure out, how do we generate a rival? So we haven't done that yet. Let me see. I might just be able to create one at random, but I'm not sure exactly what's involved. All right. Once a rival has been established, they will launch attack to try to get revenge. I'm not sure if there's like a lot of information about exactly what is involved with these guys. So we have a rival. They're droid racists. Lift probably beat one of them up. I actually kind of like that as an idea. I don't think, or Lift was going to get in a fight with them. What's Lift's? Lift is efficient, strong, and vengeful. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to roll 3d6. He gets the +1 because he gets in this bar fight. So we're doing a Blades in the Dark thing. I'm going to make this a... We're going to roleplay this a little bit. So this is, you're going to see how we're escaping the universe of 5 parsecs a little bit, and we're going to play around with some other game systems as well. So as the GM, I'm going to set the position and the effect. So essentially, the position is going to be risky, because I don't think it's quite at the risk of death, and the effect is going to be, I think he's going to try and like knock one of these dudes out for next time. Is going to be the effect. So, is that a big effect? I would say it's a standard effect. So that means that we're going to roll 3d6 here, and we are going to count the amount of. We're going to try to hit a 6-up. The extra d6 is because he has a ability strong, like the trait strong and vengeful, which would make him, I think, effective in a bar fight scenario. We got a 5 as our best roll. So that means that we do it, but there's consequences. So the consequence is, yes, one of them gets knocked out. I think the other side of that is there's going to be a rivalry, but that was already the case. Another consequence of it is, I think we just started a clock. In that, let's go ahead and start a clock now, which I haven't done yet in this game. It's all right. So the clock, we'll make a cool clock section. I didn't even think about this as like a potential thing that could happen, but I like it. All right. All right. So here's the clock, and the clock here is going to be. Let's say this is clocks in general, and then I'll make a larger section. And then copy that and say this clock is specifically for, do we want to say imperial attention, or like now that he's kind of knocked somebody out in the middle of a bar, maybe just like in general attention on us as a gang. I'm gonna say gang attention by gang attention tracker. And I think once this fills up, and I'll write this as a note. View the gold runners. So once this is full, then other gangs will start to view the gold runners as a threat. And let's quickly see the best way to try and fill this. Let's see how many ticks. Let's say 4 ticks to fill up. I don't want a freehand draw. I just want to draw another line like it just did. How did I just do that? Sometimes you do something and it's just like, yes, exactly, I did it. And then it's like, how did I do it? I'd like another line, please, like I just had. Oh, it was there. Thank you. And then, can I fill? We're going to fill up 1 tick because that's what the failure resulted in. And we'll go ahead and fill this in. Awesome. Beautiful. All right, so that's our first clock put on the board, and that was the mixed success. So the other side of that, though, is droid racists. One of them is knocked out. Out. -1, 2. Let me just double check how they worded it. -1 enemy. Cool. All right, that was the mixed success there. Droid racists. We'll find out more about them next time that they show up. Maybe try and take them out next time. All right, so that is the end of. Funnily enough, we are still in the post-battle stuff. I liked that though. That was cool. The next thing is we want to roll a character event, which is page 126. Fantastic. Cool. Another D100 board. That is a 96. Okay. A 96 is a deep feeling of melancholy and despair is affecting you. The character will earn no XP the next campaign turn. And I forgot I have to roll to see who this is affecting. A random non-bot, non-soulless character. So it's a between these three. All right. Who's depressed? Which one of y'all is fucking depressed? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2. Levi's depressed. Why is Levi depressed? Man, why are you down? I'll tell you why he's down. Levi's depressed because when it came down to it, last game, he was face to face with the Wookiee guy. He thought that he could take him down after he did like a massive, like cool jump, hero explosion, jumped down, rolled, tried to actually like be the hero, took the shot, missed, or like got it, it didn't kill him, it like bounced off his armor. Realized that he was saved by his friends because they were able to finish the job, and he would have gotten absolutely smoked if he would have been on the field much longer because he was out of luck at that point. He would have been truly out of luck. And then he also almost lost his buddy Sudheimer right at the jump because he made a call to duck across the field, and a rattle gun nearly killed him. And that's his dad's friend, and right now that's one of the few remaining connections that Levi has to Arjun. So I think that's why he's depressed. But I think he's going to try and get himself out of it by getting a hold of this Wookiee and getting him on the team. So with that, I think that's the end. There's no Galactic War Tracker stuff to do, but what we can do potentially is think about like the rebellion in this part. I think I'll save that for later, but like what during this part, Galactic War, maybe we start thinking about the rebellion and separatist like remnant stuff. Let's move on to the next campaign turn. I need to make a note that he can't gain experience points this campaign turn. All right, Levi on turn 2. I'll put that by his experience. Awesome. Cool. That brings us to turn 2 of the game. Oops. 2 patrons. It's turn 2. Our debt goes up by 1. Just because it just goes up 1 a turn. I didn't use any story points yet. You still can. All right. And then we have to pay 1 credit just for upkeep of our characters, so we're down at 10. Okay. Let's go ahead. I'll show you guys what I'm looking at here. Not sure if that's helpful, actually. Essentially, it's like I get to decide where I'm putting my characters. We already have a patron, so we could potentially get another patron job. Oh my gracious, that's pretty out of focus. It's fine. But essentially, I'm going to oops. Accidentally turned that off. Get that back on. I'm gonna go ahead and with my boys, we're gonna use. I think Laura was pretty good at finding a patron. We're gonna keep her on that. We're going to have we're gonna have Levi go to recruit. We'll have Sudheimer go to trade. And I think also we're gonna have Lift go to trade. Do you want to try and track one of our rivals? No, I think we're not worried about them. I think that we'll let them come to us. Okay, so starting with a patron, it's just going to be a d6. Yeah, see what happens. Let me actually get the roll cam back on because I accidentally got that off. Oopsie, sorry about that. A 5. So we do find 1 job. It's a new patron. There's one thing about the patron system I don't love currently, and it's that like it seems to generate so many new patrons that it's like that's so many jobs. Only on a 6+ you get like a new patron plus them. So like it's always going to be a new job from a new patron rather than like kind of continuing to develop the existing patrons. But I think it's fine for now. Go ahead and go over here, and this job is complete. All right. All right. I need to come up with a name for um space corporation name generator. What is happening here? I know I'm using Bing. It's just because I stopped using Google Chrome recently because it's kind of bad. Just because of like they've stopped using they've stopped support for a lot of good plugins and stuff. Why is it showing up like this? It's weird though. It's showing like 3 results. What is happening? I'm just gonna get a fantasynamegenerator.com. Surely that will have something. Hacker names. It's kind of cool. All right, this private organization is going to be known as other names, sort of like faction, non-military operation. If anyone in the chat has a good idea for a name of a private organization that would be operating on Tatooine, I'd appreciate it. Otherwise, I'll keep cooking over here, see if there's something I can come up with. Gang clan names. That seems a little much. Let's see. Space Fleet. It's a little much also. Gosh, I'm getting cooked over here in terms of like what I think I would be useful. Thank you, Jess. Someone's helping me. The Glorps. Not gonna use it, but I appreciate someone helping me. And this is why I need mods. Got my first spam comment. That's fantastic. I need to get like an auto mod set up or something. I'll worry about that later. Corporation names. I feel like we're gonna just use DeepSeek. I was trying not to use AI here, but it is what it is. Why is it? What is happening? This is crazy. All right. I was trying not to use AI for this campaign, but private. I'm just being failed by Google right now, and I don't have any random tables. No, Jess, it's on Twitch. I've got to spam a comment, and I don't have any auto mod stuff yet. So operating on Tatooine. Okay. I I was trying not to use AI for this stuff, but like I'm having trouble. I think what I need is like some better tables set up for stuff because right now I don't have like the tables to help me when I need to randomly generate stuff. Like, so if you have advice for me, if anybody does, that would be fantastic. But in the meantime, we got to use it to keep the game moving. The Dust Veil Syndicate. See, this is why I don't want to use AI. This sucks. This sucks shit. Just give me. Give me like 10 succinct options. The Dust Veil Syndicate. It's here's Desert Planet. It's like the Dust Veil Syndicate is what they have to be. The Sand Syndicate, the Dune Reapers. Holy shit, it's so bad. Ugh, the Tusk Raiders. So good. Um Gilmore Corporation based. Okay, so this is more what we're talking about. I just needed shit like Blank's Heavy Industries or something. Crate Mining Corporation's cooperative is pretty good actually. Moss Demis. So yeah, this is the shit I needed. Like this is what I want. Like, and I could have come up with this shit. I just need tables, you know. We're gonna do the Crate Mining Cooperative because I think that's fucking awesome. Okay, Crate Mining Cooperative and is one of them, and then I'll just grab another one. Those weren't very good. I really liked the Moss Espa Commerce Guild. Outer Rim Security Solutions is that's pretty solid. What if that be that? Okay, so let's generate the new one. Moss Espa Commerce Guild. Binary Star Transport is really excellent, actually. Shit. Okay, so sometimes they go hard because obviously Tatooine is a binary star system. So binary star transport seems actually pretty freaking great. We don't actually know what the organization is that we just successfully got a new job from them. So let's go ahead and roll that up. All right. Who's the new lucky patron who's going to have us help them out? Charlie. Charlie are about to have a good one. Okay. Here we go. What type of patron are they? 2. They're a corporation. Fantastic. So that works. Binary Star Transport. Corporation. And this gets +1 to the danger pay table. I'm going to make that a note because otherwise I will forget it, brother. I forget it, brother. All right. And job 1 is not complete. Danger pay. 4. It's going to be +1 credit. So it is going to be 2 credits. Or is it +1 to the roll? Oh, so it's a 5. So that is going to be 2 credits. Cool. Didn't have to change it. Time frame. Now, rolling the thing. 3. This campaign turn. Okay. Fantastic. So now we have to not do something for the Crate Mining Cooperative if we... Oh, no. We did this one. Fantastic. Oh, we're so chilling because this one can be done anytime. Oh, we're so goated. Okay, so that one is fine. Let's see if there's any benefits. So corporations on an 8+. A 9, there's a benefit. Another 9. Persistent. Patron remains available if you travel. That, since we're not traveling, I think this is going to tell us something else about this patron. I think it's that they are available not just if we travel, but we've got like this might even be like city to city. They're all over the place. I think that makes sense. Yeah. So if we have to go to a different city, I like that. Next is going to be hazards. 5, no hazards. Conditions. 2, no conditions. It's pretty similar to the last job. Except no security team this time. Did I forget to pay myself? I super did. I super forgot to pay myself. What am I doing? Get paid. Earn 1d6 credits if the final mission. Okay. So this is how many credits I earned. I got 4 credits, plus 2 for danger pay, plus I think 2 for finishing it within turn 4. Yep, so that's 8 credits. So actually, I just got 8 more credits, so I'm at 18. That's huge. That's huge. Let's see. Is there anything else I missed? So the most freaking important thing is getting paid for my job. See you, Juice. Let's see. Okay. Next in the order. So we're definitely going to do this job for the binary star transport. That's pretty good. I'm going to keep that. Why is that so good? See, sometimes AI do be hitting. And I hate that that's the case. I kind of do like that idea here. If they're illegal strip mining operations, but they're strip mining Tuscan lands, selling cortosis to the Empire. What is cortosis? I know that that's so Star Warsy. I can't remember what that is though. Cortosis is a metal found on the planet's Din Zone. Interesting. Can it be found on? Can it be found in? I feel like cortosis couldn't be found at Tatooine, right? It's incredibly powerful cortosis fibers. I don't think that's so. That's one of the things about AI. You have to double check this sort of thing. So I'm just going to say minerals to the Empire selling. I don't know what those are. I don't think it's cortosis because cortosis is so specific. Yeah, I don't think that they'd have this on Tatooine. I mean, it does. It could. I mean, there's maybe they found a specific like mineral deposit of cortosis that's on Tuscan sacred Tuscan lands. You know what? I think it works because it's like such a cool, like unique thing that maybe it's not like the whole planet has it, but they found a vein of it that works for me. And then Outer Rim Security Solutions. Yeah. So I think these guys think they're helping us out, but Outer Rim Security Solutions are probably going to end up becoming a rival at some point. Fantastic. It's probably why they're only offering one job. They don't want us horning in on their territory. That's actually really cool. Awesome. Next in the whole situation, we got all that. No conditions. Equipment, solve rumors, choose your battle. Okay, so first we've got to actually finish resolving this stuff. We found our patron, so now we're going back to the trade table. The trade table is on page 78. We get 2 rolls on this because we're assigning 2 of our members to this. All right, let's give it a shot. I need to re-roll because I accidentally moved that and I don't remember what it was. 56. 56 is going to be, don't usually see these for sale. You must pay 3 credits. If you do, roll on the loot table. The item must be used by the member who went trading. Interesting. I mean, I'm going to do it because that seems kind of amazing. Yeah, let's go ahead and pay the 3 credits and see what we get on the loot table. And then before I leave, I'm going to go ahead and roll the other one just so because I'm already on this page. 45. Something interesting. Roll on the loot table. Okay. Yeah, I'm glad I waited. So 131. So we're going to start. So this first guy is going to be loot specifically for Sudemar because he's the one who rolled this. So let's start by rolling here, and it has to be given. It's just something that he owns now. This is a 60. Is it a 90? 60. Yep. That is going to be gear. Okay, sweet. Kind. That is 10. It is going to be gun mods. Okay, actually kind of goated. 10 again. Assault blade. Okay, so the assault blade is going to go onto Sudemar Joss's needle rifle. I'll get the description for that later, but that's so sick. So it immediately goes into two different dresses inventory. Nobody else is allowed to use it. Making that note, that has to be equipped on him. And then we're gonna roll. This one doesn't. It could be for anybody. 40 is going to be damaged gear. Okay, rolling twice in the gear again. And we take it. 81 utility items. 89. 89 is going to be a snooper bot. I think I remember that. It's pretty solid. Damaged though. Got a lot of damaged gear. I probably should put somebody on repair, but maybe next time. Next is 53. Protective items, also solid. 77 is going to be frag vest. Okay. Yeah, we really need to put some people onto repair. Probably should have done that this turn. But now we have so many items. So next turn we can start repairing. Cool. I think that takes us to the end, except for recruit. So recruiting. A new recruit is added. Roll using the random method. Recruits have a basic profile, but I do believe if we're doing the recruit and we're under strength, we automatically get it. Because, and also we have the rumor. So here's what I'm thinking. I'll double check that before I commit, though. So I want to make sure I'm not cheating. I know people be on me. No one's been on me for cheating. I'm on myself. Let's see. It's not that. Scrolling constantly is kind of my experience with 5 parsecs from home. Apologies. It's not really the game's fault. It's just a lot to go through. Luckily, I have these little sheets. Page 78. I have it on the sheet. What am I doing? All right, 78. Recruit. You can automatically recruit. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and grab the new model. New boy dropped. Got to roll a name for him. Generate a name for a Wookiee, and okay, so we're gonna generate a quick profile for this Wookiee guy. Krishtar is pretty solid. Rick, Chakar, Rook. Rook is always pretty solid. Tharn. Ooh, Tharn's nice. Tharn, Rook, Rick, Krishtar. I'm kind of vibing. I don't know about y'all. Krishtar's pretty good. Rick, I don't like Rick. I don't like Chakar. Do I like Chakar? Rook. Dakar. Tharn Stormclaw is kind of badass. I'm gonna have to give me 5 more. I'm not sure I'm vibing with any of those. Grazg. These are very goblin names. Like Grumsk or orc names. Jursk. Jursk Sandblade kind of rules. Karak. Karak Sandblade. I like maybe Jursk Sandblade or Karak. Jursk kind of sounds like Jerk, though. I think we'll go with Karak Sandblade. Is kind of like his name. So that means new boy dropping. New boy dropping. Everybody, don't get it twisted because we got a new boy dropping. Again, I know I'm using AI for this. I would love to have generators, so If anybody has suggestions for tables, that would be superior. I will take it. All right. In the meantime, we'll just use these as a stopgap measure. Karak Sandblade. Known as that by some of his buddies that lay dead and bleeding on the field. We got Karak Sandblade. He is a Wookiee. We're using Karen for that. And speaking of which, let's go ahead and go to the Karen section. Get Aaron. They get reactions 1, speed 4 inches, combat skills 0, toughness 4. So at least start a little tougher. Savvy 0. Luck 0. You know, his luck ran out when he met us. No XP. And then we'll give him the traits here. There's the notes. Okay. He's generated, and he only starts with a handgun, which we can add to the list. I don't think we're going to give it to him. There's a part of me, I think that I want to just trade the shotgun here onto him. Because then that's a pretty strong opening weapon to use. Okay. Yeah, I like giving him the shotgun. And then we'll give him the colony rifle for some longer range stuff. In case he needs to shoot at 18 inches. He won't have the same problem as last time where he needed to get within 8 inches to shoot. So yeah, I think what happens here is like he gets kind of the call after losing his last job. We see that Laura gets the tip from her last thing that, hey, this guy's just drinking away his credits in the bar after having lost his last job. He went to go hire him, and after seeing the stupid level of bravery, but they still won, he decided to say, hey, what the hell? I'll give it a shot. We'll join you. Probably sounded more like, I don't know, I can't do a Wookiee. That kind of sounded like that one thing where that host tried to do the Scooby-Doo impression on Wheel of Fortune, and he went, Gluck Gluck 9000. We're not going to do too many more Wookiees. I'm not Lionheart. I can't do it. Great. I love this. Oh, we got to do traits. We got to get traits. What are fun traits? He's definitely strong. I would say we learned something about him, and that he is mercenary, and that like he's going to do stuff for the highest bidder, but he's not going to do anything when he's not getting paid. We found that out about him. He respects strength. What's a word for respecting strength? I need to find. I'm going to use Power Thesaurus. Oops, can't spell. In English, please. I meant just give me. Because my first word is like, my first thought for like respecting strength is Saiyan pride. Grit, metal, tenacity. I mean, those are all really good. Grit, mercenary, grit. Um, Probably resolve. Grit and resolve too similar. What's another fun? Let's see something that's kind of against type here. So besides like being mercenary, having grit, um, what's another thing we can do that's kind of like different about this Wookiee? I think that he is a lover of poetry. Yes, I'm going to say he's artistic because you wouldn't expect that. I think that's fun. Come at me now, AI. I'm gonna give you. We're gonna do normal things. We're gonna add a little Benjamin Judge. This guy's a poet. He's artistic. And in fact, he's a Wookiee poet. And you don't want to hear Wookiee poetry, but that's not going to stop it. All right, fantastic. So we have a new character. He's got the handgun that got just straight added to the inventory. We don't care. We get an additional credit because when you add a new character, you get an additional credit up to one more, up to the max of six total characters. But we have co-op. Cool. Moving on. Now that we have done this, we have to choose our battle. I do want to see. So we're definitely going to choose this one that has to be done this turn. For the binary star transport. Now we have to see if we're going to get ambushed by rivals. Roll 1d6 to determine if a rival becomes. No, sorry. Check for rivals by rolling 1d6 if it's equal to or lower than the number of rivals. So only on a 1 are we fighting a rival. Surely the droid racists haven't caught up with us yet. Oh, drop that. I'll get it in a second. No droid racists. Can't make this up. Droid racists are here. Good golly gosh. Okay, I would re-roll it with a story point, but like, I don't want to follow the story here. The problem is we lose this whole job if we got to do it. But I do want to deal with these rivals. I kind of want to just kick the rivals' ass. So since we're following the plot line here, and I haven't really done much in the way of rival battles, we're gonna go ahead and do the rival battle and see if we can just kill them. Or wait a second. Do we get to kill them? Like, if they show up against us, can we eliminate them? Or are they just going to keep showing up? Because if we can't eliminate them in this battle, then I might re-roll it. Let me find out. Because if they do show up, I would like to just destroy them. I gotta find out. Post-battle. If you fought against an existing rival and held the field, roll 1d6, adding +1 if you track them down, and +1 if you killed a unique individual. On a 4 or better, they've had enough, and you can remove them. Okay, so maybe I'll save my story point for trying to roll 4 or better and kick their asses so that they have enough. So yeah, we're going to try and remove this rival from the list by dealing with them. So let's see what kind of battle this is going to be. We've got 5 people now, which I feel a lot stronger about. And they have -1. We're still rolling 2d6, taking highest, because that's where we're at in the game in terms of money, but they'll have -1 to the people that they have. Good gracious. Okay. Rival attacks. Ambush. Let's see what kind of rival attack. 7 is a showdown. Oh, I like that. This is at high noon. They literally probably like leave a message at the gold run and are like, "Hey, we're gonna meet you at high noon, center of Tatooine. This is gonna be fun." Oh man, that's gonna be so sick. show you
the table over here where we just had our last battle. That is where we're going to be doing horrible battle. Why is it laggy? Hold on. Let me fix something. Maybe that fixes it. Hello. Perfect. It fixes itself. Cool. Ben view, all right.
Awesome. Cool. Now that we know that's a showdown. It's gonna suck that we have to lose that. We don't get that money. Straight up fight, no modifications. We take that. Or the counter stable. Counter 2 is going to be a rival fight. I think this is one of my first rival fights. Normally, I try to avoid these because they're not lucrative. So I try to use my sword fights to re-roll rival fights and leave planets before. But we're stuck on this planet. We got to kick these rivals' asses before they become a problem. And that is what the plan is going to be. We got to kick these guys' asses before they become the problem. I know that they will be. Droid racists are going down. Now we determine the enemy. We don't know exactly the kind of baddies we're going to fight, so it'd be good to know. This would be the bad boys. What kind of guys? This is unknown rival. 48 criminal elements makes a lot of sense. Now with criminal elements, but there's a chance of a bounty being available. Here's where we can make our money back. When setting up the fields. Let's go ahead and copy that into our notes here. Criminal elements. Now let's roll what kind of criminal elements we're fighting. 45. We're fighting against a brat gang. Upper class fools have decided to shoot up the neighborhood for fun. Okay, so these are kind of like if there's uppity folk in Mos Espa, this is who we're fighting. Like it makes sense that these are the droid racists. You know, they're like in their bars, Lift is there, and they're being jerks about it. Okay. Brat gang. Now they have +2, so we roll 2d6, take the higher. It's going to be 4 + 2. So they would have 6, but they're down to 5 right now because Lift knocked one of them out. So it's going to be 4 normal ones and then 1 specialist. That's how I like to do it. Okay, and it's also the rules, but that's how I like to log it. And then their numbers, we already have the numbers. Panic, 1 to 3. That's pretty. Yeah, we're gonna ideally, like in this fight, we just try and like wipe out as many as we can in a single turn, and then they're probably are mostly gonna run for the hills. This is a straight up 5-on-5 firefight. It'll be really interesting to see what kind of weapons they're gonna bring to the table. I feel like we're gonna kick their asses, but you know, we'll find out. It'll be very satisfying to kill all of these droid racists after they were such pieces of shit to Lift. So I'm going to take that all day. And they're aggressive, which means they're not going to be very smart about it. So if we're playing from cover, they might just run in and we can just mow them down. Well, let's see what weapons they've got. They've got Careless, +1 to seize the initiative. That's one thing I forgot to do in my first thing is the initiative roll. It's a trait. They have a 6+ saving throw. This is what's going to be, I think, the hard part of fighting these guys. Is the saving throw, because it just gives them like an additional chance to not die. And if that happens at a bad time, I could be in trouble. But let's go ahead. There's one more element here because we're fighting criminals. We're in a place with rampant crime, so actually my -1 still gets countered by the fact that they have a +1. So we are fighting slightly outnumbered. I think that's going to be fine, though. I'm not super worried. I think still with this, we're going to be okay. This time, we're definitely going to do random events as well on round 2. Since we're just doing a straight up and down firefight. Cool. We'll worry about if there's a career criminal soon. Next, let's do the The mission is just showdown. I think it's fun sometimes to just have an out and out firefight. So that's what that's going to be. All right. Determine nurseable sites. Deployment conditions. 20, no condition. NA. Next, Shawnee Beats. Notable sites. Start with notable sites. 60. 60 is going to be shiny bits. Gain 1 credit. Okay, so there's is going to be a shiny bit. So, for doing shiny bits, what we have to do we roll 2d6 plus 2 in a random direction. And we have to claim that just by moving into contact with it. From the center. Okay. So that is a little side quest. We can try to gain the shiny bits. Fantastic. Now the question is, do they have a unique individual with them? That is going to be the biggest thing. Might be good if they do, just so we can have a better chance of wiping them out. But it's 2d6. On a 9+, they have a unique individual. That's a 10. They do have one. So they have one of their guys, actually, now they're down to 4 again, but they have a unique individual. Let's find out who that one is. These guys are 2C. Double check that real quick. Brat Gang 2C. Okay, and then let's check the unique individual. I'm gonna put that's down here for the unique individual. Okay. And we're getting unique individuals every time. This is crazy. Okay. It's going to be 39. They have a freelancer with them. Okay, so they hired. Oh, so this gang was like too scared to fight my squad alone, so they literally hired a freelancer to come help them out. That's embarrassing, but fits really well with them being a gang of like richy riches here. So they were like, okay, we're gonna fight you, but we're gonna bring a ringer in order to win this. They don't have panic. Speed is going to be a 4 inches. Combat is +1. Not as bad as the last one. Wookiee friend. Luck, he does have it. AI is T, tactical. A nice thing about him is if the freelancer is slain in a brawl, we can loot him. That's pretty good. Okay, now we got to find out. He's got a hand cannon and a blade. We'll get up those stats in a second, but first let's roll the 2C. Or is that what yeah, it's 2C. For the weapons. Start with 2 for the regulars. 5. They've got hand lasers. Actually, that's kind of really good for us. So they're all coming out with like blasters. Which makes a lot of sense. Like they just all have sidearms. Why wouldn't they? They're just trying to cause shit. And then 5, they have another plasma rifle. What? So this is why they think they're gonna win. Is they're hiring basically a cowboy to help them win this. And one of their homies like has a Nimbus 2000 in the form of a plasma rifle. So this is why they think they're like they've got this one on lock. I love the story of this one. It just makes a lot of sense why this is happening. And we're going to just try and absolutely demolish these fucks. Piercing is a one I don't know yet. All right, hand laser, 12 inches. One, 0. I think most people should just have hand lasers in this instance. So snapshot is just good in short range, but I don't remember what piercing does. We'll get that in a second. Hand cannon is a bit different, but that's nasty. Hand cannon 1, damage 2. Ooh. Just pistol. So like it's just really good because it's good in melee and absolutely annihilates. And blade, brawl, melee. Damage 1. And it's melee. Pretty simple on that one. Let me just figure out what piercing does. Ignores armor saving throws. I don't have any, so I'm just gonna ignore that. Snapshot. +1 to hit within 6 inches. Pistol. +1 to brawling rolls. I know what focus does. You gotta use it on the same one. And blade is +2. Melee is +2 in brawling rolls. Okay. We have the enemy. We have the mission. And I think we're good to go. Let's go ahead and get her set up. Let's do it. Switch the Wargaming view. And I'm going to switch off Yeti.
And actually, tell you what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go on a break, and when I come back, we'll run this thing. Let's do it.
Do it.
I see the Padawan needs one last lesson. Tell me, is it the chosen one? He will avenge us.
All right. We are back and better than ever. We are setting up the. We just finished setting up the table. Let me get the dice cam back up. But essentially, here is the current situation. These guys were like, "Hey, meet me at our spot," and our spot is this whole villa. So let's go ahead and make sure that the camo is working again. And I'll get you guys a close-up of the battle. Let's do it like so. All right. Let me get you a close-up. I need to go. There we go. So here's our deployment. We're on this side. My idea here is that essentially this rich kid invited us to fight in his dad's villa. So we're kind of like high nooning it right here. And this little Sebulba, this Doug, is going to be the freelancer. This is the rich kid with the like super expensive rifle. And this is his gang. You better not mess with my gang, or you'll be messing with Oopie Goopie, General Munchkin Man, and Daryl, or Fred, whatever. Anyway, so this the battle as we currently see it. Cool. I'll put this dice cam back where it go. All right. Thank you for thinking it's cool, Hezeron7. I appreciate it. All right. So the main thing here, I think, is going to be looking at like how this board is set up, getting a good defensive position early, and having them funnel in is going to be huge. I'm not going to try and cheese it or anything, but I think that's going to be the way. And then what we can do is try and have our new Wookiee friend, who we just got from the last battle, who's going to be our friend and ally. And if you weren't there, his name is Karok's Sandblade. We're going to move him up the field to try and just basically shotgun these fools down. Now, if we can do it, it'd be really good to try and hit multiple of them in the same turn to make them run off the field. Oh, one thing I didn't do is there's going to be a piece of treasure on the table I didn't add. So let's quickly do that. It'll be 2d6 in a random direction. It is going to be 76 facing that way. Oh, sorry, 7 inches from the middle of the table. 36, 18, starting here, 7 inches this way. That's pretty good. It's close to us. Yeah, it's going to be like right inside the villa. That makes a lot of sense. His dad has treasures abound, treasures aplenty, and they will be ours soon. I feel really good about killing this guy because they're droid racists, and droid racists are not my friends. And that's just, you know, I'm not even scared to say that. Oh, did the sound cut out? Is all of the sound cutting out, by the way? Can you guys hear me at all? Let me know if you guys hear that the sound has cut out fully. I should be working. Oh, okay, thanks, man. I appreciate it. I was like, I see feedback coming in here, but I don't have the stream up in my ears. So good to know. I am going to turn on the... I've realized, however, to your point, the music isn't working. I am going to see if I can add in music coming just from the computer. It's going to get the entirety of just like all the music coming from my computer. So let me know if there's any weird echoing, but it should put the music in. So let me know. Oh, hey, David. Good to have you on. Let me know if the music is overpowering and I can turn it down. That should be good. The music should be coming through okay, and only the music now, besides my voice. But yeah, let me know if that sounds good. Otherwise, I think we're rocking and rolling. I'll wait for any feedback on that before I make any adjustments. But we should be solid. Let's go ahead and do the thing I forgot to do at the top of last battle. Music is slightly too loud. Thank you. We're going to drop it down about 8 decibels. Let me know if that's too much or too little, and I will adjust that. In the meantime, I will look for how to roll for seizing the initiative here, which would let us get like a little bit up a little bit faster. Seizing the initiative, roll 2d6. Our highest savvy is 2. Let's see. We are outnumbered, so I add a +1 to this, so it's going to be a +3. That's going to be an 11. So we do seize the initiative, which means that we get kind of a free, cheeky roll, or a free, cheeky little thing that we can do. Everybody gets 1 action that they can take, and I think everyone's just going to move, which is fantastic. 4 inches there, 3 inches there. 4 inches from you, and then, yeah, give me extra movement here is massive. Keep going up this way. All right, so everyone gets to move up because we seized the initiative, and now we're actually rolling for everybody to see who goes. Fantastic. Pretty good initiative roll. Let me make sure. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. So 1 and a 2. The only people with reactions 2 are Sudheimer, Joss, and Laura. Oh, and Lift. So either any of those can go. I kind of want to get... She's not really at risk. Getting... All of these guys have pretty low range except the guy with the plasma, which is going to be the guy with the whip. I imagine he's going to move up into cover and then try and take a pot shot through this avenue. So anybody who is in range of that should probably get out of the way. So Sudheimer Joss, I think, needs to be take the 2 here. Is he 2 speed, 2 reactions? He is. So he can take the 2. He's in cover and he's pretty good toughness. Let's have, yeah, we'll have Karak go next. All right, so we'll go ahead and do these guys first. Probably just double move them up. All right, takes about, to get to the edge, it's just 1 inch. And then it is 2.5 inches up. And then just 1/2 inch more to move up. That's the end of his movement. And now what I'll do next, I'll move him up a little bit. Can he take any shots from here? I don't think he's got the range. I'm gonna move him here so that this little guy is like blocking most of his shots. Awesome. I'm gonna adjust the table because I had to move it a little bit when I was getting everything set up. Readjust focus. Perfect. Okay. Fantastic. That brings us to the enemy turn. Oh wait, I didn't do Sudheimer. We're gonna move him up 6 inches. Do you want to have him flank? Yeah, I think we will. I think we're gonna actually have him go up this way. He's not gonna be in range for a while, but when he is, he's gonna be able to shoot through that avenue, which is, I think, gonna be useful. All right, moving on to the enemies. Fantastic. All right, their turn. Now they are, their AI is tactical. Oh no, only the freelancers is tactical. Let me go find tactical again, because that's one of the AIs I don't have on lock. Okay, tactical. All right, here we go. They advance at half speed, always remaining in cover. So he's gonna be like slowly moving up the field. Oops. Attempt to close within 12 inches, move to outflank, clear line of sight. They could enter a brawl, otherwise they'll fire. If they have clear shot and are in cover, they'll remain placed to aim, and they remain 3 inches of effect. So he's going to try and stick with the squad, so I'll let these guys go first since they're aggressive, and he's going to try and stick with them and kind of half move into cover otherwise. All right, so next, with these aggressive dudes, oh, they're so dumb. They're so dumb. They're going to basically either do half a move to remain in cover. Most of these guys won't be able to hit our boy. So, and they have 4 inches of movement, I believe, or is it 5? These guys have 5. They actually have a bit of speed. So within 5 inches, this guy can get up to this wall. but has no line of sight. He could move up again, but it would only be 2 inches, and that would take him out of cover. So I don't think he's going to do that. Same with this guy. He's going to move up a little bit to be in cover here. Move this guy all the way over here. This guy actually might have a shot, except for the fact that he only has 12 inches of range. So even at his best, he's not going to be able to do that. But they're aggressive, so they're just going to double move. He's going to double move over here, try and stay in cover. And he's going to double move here, 7 inches. And then the Freelancer has a 4-inch move, but without a shot, he's just going to move over here, stay in cover. So they're slowly moving up very cautiously, which makes sense. They don't really have a shot. The cover's pretty solid here. But they will aggressively move as soon as our boys get in range, which is fantastic. So we're going to move up with, so it's only 1 inch to get on top here, and then 2 more inches, or is it 2.5? 2.5 to get to the top, so he's used 3.5 inches. He has 1.5 left. He's going to move here. And we also did say last battle that if you have height advantage, you get cover. So I think we're going to keep that. So these guys will keep cover for having this height. And with that, our boy, I think he has an 18-inch shot. Levi does. Is that right, Levi? Oh, I am incorrect. Levi has a 30-inch infantry laser. And because he is shooting from cover, because we've established that, he gets the +1 due to bipod. All right. So essentially he climbs up, gets down, sets up his infantry laser, and is going to take a pot shot at the dude at the far end over there. So to show you guys a little close-up of what this is going to be, we see Levi taking a pot shot at that guy right there. All right. So there's going to be one shot at a 5 up. 5 on the die. Fantastic. That brings us to, 1 second. I feel like the phone got a little bit weird looking. Kind of want to go back to wide. Why is it looking so weird? Maybe I have to angle it like so. Okay. Okay, whatever, it's fine. All right, so that is that. He got the shot. Now we have to see who, if he survives the hit. So his toughness is a 4 up, and they have a save. Or I have to remember that they have a saving throw. So on a 4 up, we shoot this dude. Is that correct? It meets or exceeds. So yeah, 4 up. 6 is gonna do it. And then he has a 6 up saving throw. So now we're shooting. That was just us trying to get through his toughness. Now he has to do a 6 up saving throw. And he got a 6. Hate to see it. Hate when the enemies do good. So he gets pushed back an inch and gets a panic or a stun. 3 stuns kills a guy. I'm gonna grab my beer real quick. And I'm actually gonna shut the door. Oops. Don't worry about the chaos. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Everything's fine. I know I knocked the light over. No one scream. No one scream. Everything's fine. Aye. We're chilling again. Battle nectar. Okay. I'm really sad that happened, but it is what it is. Next, we're gonna have Laura probably do the same thing. I like her getting on top of the building. It takes her 2 inches to get there. You know what? instead, I'm going to have her circle around because I think it might be good for her to flank. Cool. And we'll have him go down the center. Is that a good idea? Actually, I think we're also going to have our boy flank. Because they're going to be trying to kill these two. So if we have these two coming around the side, we'll have probably a better angle of getting them from all sides. I'm into it. Which brings us back to the top of turn 2. At the end of turn 2, we're going to do a random event. So let's go ahead and roll for our fast and slow turns. Cool. All right, 2 2s. That's at least something. I feel like it's maybe best for us to give it to... I don't think Levi has reactions 2, actually. Levi has reactions 1, so he cannot take that. And I think... actually, our boy Karak also has reactions 1, so neither of them can have it. But Sudameyer, Laura... So literally everybody else who could go has it. I'm dumb. I guess let's go with Laura, and I'm going to move up Sudameyer Joss. All right, we'll start with them. See what I can do. We'll move her up 4 inches. I'd have to kind of clear this to get line of sight, which puts her out in the open. Not ideal, but I think it's worth it to take the pot shot. All right, she's going to go out here and take the... Oh, I'll turn this around so you can see what I'm looking at here. So I had her kind of like feed out a little bit here so she can actually take the pot shot on this boy right here who already has a stun. So let's take that shot. She has an auto rifle, so 2 shots on board here, shooting without cover right here. So I guess it's like fair play because her angle removes his cover. So it's going to be 5 up. Double 2s. That's bad. Okay, so that is nothing for her. Moving over to the other side of the board. We got Sudameyer Joss. Let's see if he can even get an angle. All right, he can move up 4 inches. I think he has line of sight on this guy. I'd say just barely, but let's see if he's got the range, because that's a really long shot. He doesn't, with an 18-inch needle rifle. No, this is in the way. So yeah, nothing from Sudameyer. So he's just going to kind of like line up right here and use a second action to kind of get in better position. All right, it is the enemy's turn. Okay. It's fine. All right. Let's start with this guy. He can probably just take a pot shot at Levi. That seems like to make the most sense if he's got the range. Actually, I forgot these guys only have pistols. So he might have to just do a move and remove the stun. These guys have a range 12 pistol, not a shot. So he's going to just take a 4-inch move up because he's an aggressive AI, and then he removes the stun. This guy, same deal, except he doesn't have to remove the stun. They're just going to take, they have to just, oh, wait. He can move around this way. And is that still within 12 inches, though? Just barely not. So he is actually, we'll put him back to where he was. I think he's going to try and just kind of move position here to stay in cover and get close enough to shoot next turn. Could he have done that? No. Wait. Actually, yes, if he ducks through here, he can be within 12 inches of Laura. That's what he's going to do. So he's actually ducks into the house and out the other side. And there's a scared alien woman who goes, "Woo!" And he says, "Sorry," and she takes a shot at my sweet baby Laura. We'll see what happens. This is a hand laser, not within 6 inches, so it's just going to be a straight up 5 to hit. 5 up, yeah. He gets it on the die. No good. Okay, Laura's toughness. He's got to beat Laura's toughness, which is a 3 up. So 3 up. He beats her toughness. So she loses a luck point. Let's see where she dives. She dives closer to the building, thank God. So she just dives into cover here, but loses a luck point. All right. Oh, but shoot. Laura's the one. Laura has 2 luck points total. I think it was something to do with her growing up in a war-torn hellhole, which we take. Oh yeah, Heather on 7. This game is really fun. This is actually one of the things I really like about this game is it's 5 parsecs from home, which is a solo war game, and it has like a really great. I'll just quickly show you like the display here. A really great rule book. It's done by Ivan Sorensen, who's just like a master of solo gaming. He's really fantastic. Highly recommend 5 parsecs. Is like if you want to get into some Star Wars gaming, but you don't really have anybody who wants to jump in. This is fun. I play a lot of RPGs with a lot of different people. I haven't quite scrounged up a Star Wars game yet, but play a lot of D&D. I play some Star Wars Legion, which is why I have so many models and terrain. But yeah, it's playing like a skirmish level war game. I think is really fun, especially when you can kind of like control the story and stuff. And I think it's going to be a fun little writing exercise too, to kind of rewrite a little Star Wars Peaky Blinders Tatooine thing. But yeah, highly recommend 5 parsecs for solo play. You don't have to have this whole setup. You can use whatever you got on hand. The models, you don't need that many models to get started, which makes it a really good entry-level war game. But yeah, highly recommend it. It's a lot of fun. Ivan Sorensen is a hell of a designer, and you could join his Discord too. That is pretty solid. A lot of good community members there. We'll go back to the game now, though. All right, so that guy just took a shot at Laura. She just lost 1 of her luck points. Thank goodness she has 2, but we're gonna move over to these 4 here. Now, none of these guys, ooh, actually this guy has a plasma rifle. Let me check to see what his range is. I'm sure it's a lot. Plasma rifle is 20 inches. Not as bad as I would have thought, but definitely puts our boy within range. Yeah, Levi's in range of the plasma, so he's just gonna aim and shoot. Cool. Oh, what is happening? My camera hub for Elgato is freaking out right now, so apologize if anything happens here. Love when stuff like that happens. If you lose me, hold on. No, I think that it just crashed there, but I think everything else should be fine. This is still working. Cool, let me know if there's any goofery in the stream, but I think everything should be chilling. Cool, moving on to the next thing. This guy was taking a pot shot at Levi. Levi, and he's gonna aim and shoot. He's got 2 shots. He's still hitting at a 6 up because he doesn't have like any combat score. It is piercing, but that doesn't matter. He does get a 6. Wow, these guys are rolling boxcars. Levi has a really shit toughness, so 3 up. Yep, he gets it. Levi's got to make a luck dodge here. 2 inches down. Yet again, Levi diving off the buildings and on to the treasure, which is, you can't plan it. Like, look at this. I got to show you all what this actually looked like here. So Levi caught the shot, yet again diving off a building. He took a shot, he had to move 1 inch off the building this way, lands directly on the treasure, which immediately scores it. This guy has an addiction to doing badass jumps, and then probably has an addiction to absolutely getting shot up after. But we'll take the treasure. Fantastic. I love it. All right, plugging that back in. Awesome. All right, so that was that. We lost another luck point, which is not great. Can't take too many more of those out here, but we're gonna do what we can. All right, so that's that. Moving on to these 3. These 3 don't have line of sight. I kind of want to, I think this guy would just move here to take the shot onto our boy Levi. Unfortunately, I think Levi lost his cover, so this is going to be on a 5 up. Oh, wait, he can't. He doesn't have range. So instead of that move, he's actually going to double move just straight up the board, because he's got to try to get into that area if he actually wants to get a shot off. Same with these guys. They just have to double move up the board if they want to try and get a shot off. This guy's going to be a little more careful about it and stop right here. Can he get there within 4 inches? Not quite. Yeah, to get into cover, he needs to move the full double dash. And then we have the Freelancer, who isn't trying to risk his ass if he doesn't have to. So he's going to stay within. He has a 4-inch moose, trying to move, and he doesn't have that big of a range. It's 8 inches. So he's going to kind of do the same deal and just duck behind the buddy here because he has got a really short range. He's going to try to get within close range before he starts popping off. That's the bad guy's turn. Moving on to our boys. The only people who have gone so far are Laura and Sedimer. We need Levi to get into cover. So he's got 5 inches of movement. We're gonna move him right up here to here. And then we need, we'll resolve this, what's his name again? Our Wookiee friend after. We're gonna take a pot shot at this. Ooh, can we take a shot at this guy within 6 inches? He's within 6. Actually, we're gonna shoot this dude because that means our roll is gonna be hitting on a 3 up, which is real good. All right, let me get to his exact stats. Snapshot also, this is good to know. Snapshot, hold on. I think that helps within short range. Hold on. Snapshot is +1 to hit within 6 inches. That's insane. So this is literally hitting on a 2 up on this guy. And I just need to not roll a 1. And nobody jinx me. 6, thank God. Jesus Christ. All right, 4 up. Got him. All right, so now he is a 6 up invul. Ah! I can't not roll 6s on this stupid save. God damn it. I was going so good, guys. I was going so good. Gets pushed back an inch. Takes a stun. It was going so well. It was going so well. Oh, okay. That's unfortunate. Can we just take a shotgun double barrel shot right here? I think we could without even moving. Yeah, we're gonna aim double shotgun right over there. So the Wookiee, well, I'll find his name real quick. Karak is going to put 2 barrels into the guy in the pink over here. I'm still recovering, everyone. That was brutal. Even with an aim, no dice. God. I can't roll to save my life right now. And rolling might very well save my life, and it just chooses not to. All right, we're gonna have to come out here and put another shot onto this dude with lift. And lift we just have the auto rifle here. It's gonna be a double shot at a 5 up. 4 up because he has combat 1. You can't make this up. I'm in trouble, everybody. Daddy's in trouble. I'm gonna need to roll really good on initiative. Round 3, but before we get to round 3, I did say we would roll a random event. I was thinking we would just trash these dudes, and then this is happening. All right, random events table. Let's see what happens. Rolling a D100. 27. Ammo fault. Select a random figure in your crew. If they fired a weapon last round, it cannot be used for the rest of the battle. If they did not, select a random carried weapon, which can only be fired once. Oh my God. Oh, this is really bad. Okay, it's fine. It's fine, actually. Don't worry about it. Okay, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then re-rolling 6. 3, 1, 2, 3. You know what? If it had to happen to anyone, I was glad it happened to our boy because, yes, he can't use his shotgun for the rest of the battle. He still has a colony rifle, and he's good in melee. So that is maybe the best result I could have hoped for. It sucks to lose the shotgun, but if it had to happen to anybody, I'm glad it didn't happen to people that only have 1 fucking gun, because I would have been so cooked. I would have been so cooked, you don't know. All right, round 3. Round 3, baby. Here we go. Terrible initiative roll. However, we can at least get some shots off here. Because we can start with Sidime or Joss, aim and shoot at that guy with that's in close range. I think we'll just do that. Everybody else will just leave as is. All right, putting 2 barrels. Sidimer has range 18, he's fine. 6 is hit twice. He gets to reroll the 1. Oh, and that 4 does hit because he's 5 up because he's in the open, and then a 4 up because he's combat +1. So that does hit. 3 up does miss though, but the 1 is still fine. We got 1 shot. Now he's got to hit 4 up on the toughness, 3 up. We're getting cooked. We're getting cooked. Gets pushed this way an inch and gets another stun. Enemy's turn. Okay, I think this guy, we'll just go right to left here. This guy's gonna take a pot shot here at our girl. I think he might move up the board because he's aggressive, and he can get to this without losing cover. All right, so he's gonna move up here, and then he's gonna take a pot shot at Laura. He's got his laser. Let's see if he's within 6 inches, though. Not quite within 6, so it's still going to be a 6 up on the die. 3, okay, thank God, something's happening. Our boy here needs to still move. He's gonna move and shoot, I think. Here, our boy has cover at least. And I don't think is he within 6? Not quite within 6 yet. A 1 is not gonna do it. All right, here, he's got 2. I think he's gonna try to get to cover instead of taking a pot shot, because otherwise he gets cooked and then he loses 1 stun. He's aggressive, so he does prioritize moving and prioritize getting into cover rather than just taking a shot while in the open. That's as far as he could get though, because he did get pushed back quite a bit on his last turn. He would have been able to do stuff. All right, our boy here, unfortunately, is gonna aim and shoot at Levi with a plasma rifle. Yeah. I hate droid racists. Plasma rifle, 2 shots, coming in hot. This is a 6 up, so he's got to hit 6s, be re-rolling 1s. He got a 6. Oh boy, we're cooked. Normally it'd be a 3 up, it's a 2 up. Okay, and that means Levi is toast. Levi got. Levi is taken down by a plasma shot. He's not dead yet, but he is a bit cooked. So this close-up here, let's get a little close-up. This guy took his plasma shot at Levi. Levi takes an L there, unfortunately. Hopefully, the rest of the team can clutch up a bit, but right now it's not looking super hot. Maybe if we can get a couple kills in a single turn, a few of them would run. But yeah, not super great right now. So these guys have all gone. We've got these 2 in the corner left. They have a shot, but I think they're gonna move up a little first. So he can get some, yeah, he's gonna move in up here. So he can get a shot off on the closest enemy, which is gonna be, oh, probably going for him. Yeah, he's gonna shoot lift because he's out in the open. So it's a 5 up. Miss. He has to move up, but he's tactical, so he can only move half speed. He's gonna stay in cover, and he's an 8-inch move, or 8-inch shot. But he would be able to shoot at them, but his ally's in the way. Thank God. Thank God this guy is just in it for the credits and doesn't want to have to pay hospital fees for a rich kid. We weathered that turn okay besides Levi. Let's see, I think we'll just aim and shoot at our guy here, unless we really want to be aggressive and move up here to try and cancel his cover. The problem is we do that and we get absolutely zeroed by plasma. So I think we're just gonna take an aimed shot here. Because the only person who got to go was our boy over there, right? Or did she get to go? No, I only got 1, 2, and I took the shot there because he had the angle. All right, so yeah, we'll take the double shot there with on a, I think 6-up with rerolling to hit. She doesn't have combat bonus, I don't think. No, she doesn't. So it's just gonna be 2 shots, hitting on. Oh, is he within 6? I don't think he is. So I think it's hitting on 6s, rerolling. Rolling 1s. 2, another set of 2s. That's exactly what she rolled last time. Girl, give me something. She's giving me nothing. Your brother just went down, and this is what you're doing? All right, we got to get into cover, I think. I don't think we can much. We'll start moving into cover, and we'll shoot at this guy again. He is in the opening still, so it's going to be lift has a +1 to hit. This is 2 shots, hitting on a 4-up, no rerolls. 1 hits, okay? Come on, 4 up, hit, wounds, save, does not save. Finally, we get a kill. All right, lift took one of them down. Hopefully one of them will run to a panic roll. Their panic really sucks. They have a 50% chance to run on panic. So this could even the odds slightly in our favor. All right, the Wookiee needs to go. His rifle's gone, so I think we do need to start closing, except for the fact that these guys are really good at short range. Maybe we just need to start skirting back. I think I'm okay with where he... maybe we do climb down. What's his movement? He can move 4 inches and still fire. Or do we want to just aim and shoot? Nah, I think we will pull back and jump down, and then we'll take a normal shot. These guys count as in cover at this guy here. It's gonna be a 6-up. No combat bonus, because we can't use the shotgun. Nothing. All right. Maybe I should just move him into combat. Oh well, when they move forward, he might just countercharge or something. That puts us at the end of the round. Now I really need a 1 or a 1 to 3 on this roll. We got a 3. That means the one closest to the edge is going to run, which is this guy. So the guy here runs away, does not get killed for the purposes of XP. And speaking of XP, who shot this dude? It was Lift again! Lift keeps stealing all the XP, everybody. This sucks. We're never gonna level up now. We're out here stuck at level 1 forever. Everyone's gonna have 0 combat bonus till I die. Cool. Next round though, we've only got 4 characters, so we're rolling 4. They only have 4 left as well though, so that's pretty good. 2 1s. Okay, we might be cooking. We might be cooking. We'll give 1 to her. And I think we gotta get Lift out of the open, so we'll give 1 to Lift. All right, let's start with Lift. Get him here. And we're gonna take a shot at this dude out in the open. He gets it on a 4-up. Just 2 shots, I believe, with the auto rifle. Out in the open for 5. He has a +1 combat skill. 4-up, so he does get a hit. No aim because he had to move into cover. 4-up for toughness. Gets a 6. So glad I didn't see that on the. So now I just need this guy to not roll a 6-up invul. Okay, yet another kill. Ka-chow. Okay, this is insanely good. This is turning around pretty good for us because that's the end of round or start of round 4. We're gonna roll another random event if we don't win at this part of the table. We'll move up here, keep her in cover, and she's gonna take a shot at the big boss. Now at this angle, she has him flanked, so he doesn't have cover. So it's gonna be a 5-up. She has 2 shots, no rerolls. A 6. Oh, fantastic. I don't think she has crit or anything on this. I think it's just the 2 shots. But that is, we'll take the hit all day. This guy is the boss, but he doesn't have luck or anything, and his toughness is the same. The only reason he is the way he is he's just a specialist, but I'm treating him as the rich kid. So he needs, we need a 4-up to pierce his armor. We got a 1. Do I story point it? I feel like this is the point in the story where I might want to spend one of my story points actually doing this. So let me look at this. Like there's a 50% chance we get this kill and it could be really good. Slightly less than 50% because he gets a chance to roll. I think I'm going to spend one of my story points. I've got a lot. We're going down to 5. We're just going to spend the 1. Hope it works. And we'll see what he can do. All right, big roll. Big roll, everybody. I need a 4-up. Got it. Okay, another big roll. He just needs to not get a 6-up on the save. Oh, we got him. We got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. This little bitch went down. Actually, let's go. This is worthy of a close-up. This is the space racist, what tried to ice lift, and very well may have killed Levi, but I think with his luck, we're not going to lose Levi. So let's do a little close-up of this, what happened here. We get to see, boom, like we immediately see Lift over here, take a shot, across the place, take this guy down, immediately clearing up the board for Laura to take down this dude. Oh, down he goes. Oh, and we're so back in. We are so back. We are so back. Literally, this game is constantly being, we're so bodied to we are so back. That is my entire experience with 5 parsecs. And it's fun. I like being like, we're so bodied to like, we're so back. We're so back. Honestly, I think these guys are probably going to run, except for the freelancer. We're probably going to have to take him out. He's got to collect his pay. He thinks he could probably take us all out. But anyway, this guy's going to go. Does he have a shot without moving? I think he would probably, yeah, take a shot here. Though he knows his buddy's behind him, and he would probably just try to clear the space. Yeah, so he's going to move up here just so he can stay in cover and get within 6 and then still leave room for the freelancer to shoot. So he's going to shoot within 6, but with cover against our boy here. So that's going to be a 5-up to hit. I think, what kind of weapon does this guy have? He has a hand laser blaster, snapshot +1 with the hit within 6. So it actually goes from a 5-up to a 4-up. A 2 is not going to do it though. Moving up last to the freelancer. Freelancer is going to just probably move up and cover here, because now that he has a shot, he can actually do it. 8 inches, same shot on Sudheimer. This actually could be nasty. I feel like he's going to absolutely annihilate our boy. He has a +1 to combat. It's a hand cannon. And so normally it would hit on a... He's within 6, I'd assume? Not within 6, right? Yeah, no, not within... Hold on. Just not within 6. Would he move? No, because he's tactical. He is he's a dude that cares more about himself, so he's not going to risk the better roll at risk of himself. So he's staying in cover. So this is going to be normally a 5-up, down to a 4-up because of his combat skill. A 5-up is going to hit. Sudheimer Joss, I believe, has a 4 toughness. He has a 3 toughness, so 3-up. Is this a strong weapon? It is. So it went from a 3-up down to a 1-up. I think it just auto kills. Yeah, even a 1. It did just roll a 1. Let me check something, because if like, I do have to check to see if a 1 auto fails the toughness roll or something. It might not, because the strength brings it down from a 3 up to, oh, I just add 2 to it. So 1, 2, 3. I think he still gets got. I don't think there was any roll. But luckily, Joss still has luck. But he moves 4 inches closer? That's insane. He's going sicko mode right now. We just saw Sudheimer Joss literally lose a luck and then start screaming. I think he loses his shit seeing Levi go down and is now like freaking out and going to try and get some revenge. Taking some shots on the shoulder, running through. You bastard! So we'll see what happens. Cool. Lift went, Laura went, so now we had Sudheimer Joss and Lowok. I think this guy's going to run, because I'm going to roll 2 dice, and that's 2 50% chances he wins. We're going to put everything onto this dude. We could roll Brawl, but this guy has incredible Brawl. so I don't think we're going to do that. But we could flank him, which is, I think, what we will do. So we're going to flank here. And then we're just going to, like, unload on him. So we don't get to reroll the ones, but we do. Actually, before I do this, I just realized we have Assault Blade. And I'd never really looked up what that was. We should look up what Assault Blade does. Because that might change everything. Because that's what he rolled on the gear table last time. That could be crazy. The weapon gains the melee trait, damage +1, and wins combat on a draw. Ew. Interesting. So does that mean I should run in? You know what? We're going to respect the chaos. He's going to run in. He is going to circle around and run in to kind of like leave an opening for his boy. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and have our boy run in. So this combat's happening. He has a assault blade on his needle rifle. I haven't mapped that yet to what we'll say it's like a E-web blaster or something. I don't know. It's crazy. DX-11. I don't remember all my Star Wars weapons. It is what it is. Oh, I realized now why that did what it did. It was in horizontal mode. The more you know. Framing. Okay. Awesome. All right. Moving back to the war game thing. Going that slightly down. Okay. So this is going to be a crazy fight. Where we're doing a brawl, which we haven't done in a minute. I have to remember exactly how to do it. We win on draws, which is immediately that like makes our number better than it would have been, because drawing would make it would just, if we drew, he would be better, obviously. Brawling. Figures in a physical-based contact with each other will fight. So each character rolls a d6, adding their combat score. Karen will roll twice, using the better score. Add +2 if they're carrying a melee, +1 if it's carrying a pistol. So normally, it would be a d6 for Sidheimer, +1, but gains the melee trait, which means whoa. So it's a damage +1 in melee, and so I get a +2, I believe, to melee, which I think cancels out this guy's blade. So yeah, our melee traits cancel out. However, I get a +1 to damage, and I win on draws. I have a +1 to combat skill. This might be just a flat roll, everybody. Yeah, this is a straight up flat roll. He does have a luck point, but we could potentially get through it. Does he have a luck point? Let me double check. Actually, he might not. I don't think I wrote a luck point for him. He does have a luck point. I just didn't put it in there for some reason. I need to. Oops. Okay, so we'll do that, and then maybe we could do extra damage. I'll double check to see if luck, however many damage you take, if luck survives it. We'll deal with that in a second. But yes, Sidheimer Joss is out of luck. This is a straight roll, 1-to-1. All right, everybody, we're gonna do a close-up. This is Joss. This is the baddie. This is a straight up roll. We win ties. Red wins ties. And here we go. A 4 and a 3. We got him. So now, and we have a +1 to damage. So let's go back to Brawl. Now we have to resolve this. Oops. I believe now we have to make a check. All right, so now that we resolved, we do have to make a check against his toughness. We have a +1 to damage, so it's going to be a toughness. What's this? That can't be right. I don't think I wrote this guy's toughness correct. This guy's toughness is a 4. Yeah, I didn't. I put his luck where his toughness was. That's where I goofed. All right, so we need to get a 3 up to get this. A 4. Okay, so he is wounded. He takes a luck point, and is immediately going to have to dodge out of the way. 4 inches out to the open.
I could even miss anyone that's
This way. That's pretty good, because guess who that puts you in range of? My sweet boy. All right, so that's his 1 luck there. And then we'll see if our Wookiee friend can finish the job here, Karak. If only we had this shotgun available. I think we're going to aim and shoot. It's going to be a 5 up, aim and shoot here. I could try to run in. I'm not within base movement speed, so I can't like get there fully. So I think I'd rather do a 5 up roll with a reroll. Does that make sense? Or do I actually move up and just take the pot shot? I'll do the 5 up roll with a reroll. A 5. Okay. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So now it's a 4 up. A 2. I don't think it's worth story pointing that. I'm going to let that lie, but he does get stunned. Moves an inch back. Takes a stun, and that will end the round. We do have to roll a random event, but I do want to quickly see if the guy runs. There was 2 deaths that round, and one or a 3, they run. A 1, that guy does run. The other guy can't. So it's literally our squad versus the one freelancer. He is just sticking it out, huh? Cool, but let's see what happens in the random event, because that could change a lot. Because right now it looks pretty open and shut, but we don't know what's going to happen. This is a 68, right? Yeah, 68. A moment of hesitation. Next round, a single figure that acts in the quick actions phase. Next round, select a single figure that acts in the quick actions phase. All others act in the slow actions phase. Oh, so instead of rolling for initiative, we just choose. And you know what? It's gotta be Sadimer Joss, because he has a fucking, he's got to put the hurt on this guy. So he's gonna run in, he's stunned, so we get a bonus for that. This actually is perfect, because now we don't have to even roll. This random event actually works perfectly in our favor, which, you know, we love to see it. You get fucked so much by the game, and it's fun when good things happen. I don't mean specifically this game, but it happens. All right. So when a stunned opponent happens, we get a +1 bonus per stun marker, but we do remove it. So we're going to go ahead and start the battle by rushing over immediately. We remove the stun marker. We get a +1 to hit here. So now, not only is this going to be a +1 to hit, we have a +1 to this compared to him. We already figured out that we're even in all other things. We also win ties. The odds, they're in our favor. Red, remember, we're red. You're joking. Oh, you're kidding. That's crazy. That's terrible. Oh my God. This is why we drink. Oh my God. Okay. It is what it is. And you know, if it is what it is, then it ain't what it was, and it is what it has to be. And you can quote me. All right. So with that, we'll roll toughness. I could story point it, but I shan't because I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth it to story point this. This sucks so bad, you guys. It sucks so bad. I mean, maybe I do story point this. Do I get to story point the whole roll or just my attack? I don't think I get to story point his roll. And that means that I still have to roll pretty high. It's a 50-50 shot if I reroll it. You know what? We're doing it. Otherwise, we risk losing a guy. So we're down to 4 story points. I get to reroll. Remember, this was a 5. So we need a 4 or better on the die. We got a 5. So that beats it. Now we gotta see if we beat toughness. It's 4 up. 3 up because of our stabby. 6. Okay. And with that, this guy has no saving throw, which means, and he's out of luck points, so he dies. It was worth spending the story point for that. We'll do the close up here. Snimer Joss runs in, runs the Doug through, breathing heavily. You see him like meet eyes with the Wookiee as they pan over their eyes. And you see Laura come and say, "Nice work, Sedimer. Nice work, Joss. Where's Levi?" Like, eyes turn. Our boy. Our sweet boy. And with that, that battle is over. And we're going to have to go over to the tables. Crazy. All right, Sedimer Joss killed the unique figurine. I want to remember that. That's pretty nuts. Oh my God. I'll move this here. I'll just quickly unscrew. We're gonna go to the table only for a second while I unscrew this and move this over here. Because now we have to resolve all of the other good fun.
We are back and better than ever, baby. I would like to add.
Oops. Sorry, everybody.
Now the music's back. All right, we're chilling. I'm gonna move this. Fix the lights. And we're back. Awesome. That was a nuts battle. We're about to see more though. Our boy's here. Let me actually switch the. Let's turn on the GH4. And we'll move this over here. Our sweet boy, Levi, got cooked in the last battle. Music's perfect for this. It's very sad. Very somber. Right. So now we need to roll on the "Is our guy fucking dead" table. Which is everyone's favorite. It'll be a short story. Yeah, thanks, Ezra. There were some close ones. I was pretty worried, and I still am, if I'm honest, because we don't know if Levi is gonna die. I might have to spend some story points if he does, and I'm running dangerously low. I'm at 4 points right now. You can see right here. And if I'm running low on these, and I kind of need to save them for making Levi not be dead. So we'll see. Let's go to the end table here and find out what's gonna happen in this post-battle. The first thing we need to do is resolve rivals, because we got to see if these guys are like permanently done. They've had enough. I super want them to, because they have a unique individual we killed. We held the field. I feel like they probably are going to be like done so after this. Let's go skip to the end. And table post-battle. Okay, we fought a rival. On a 4 better, they've had enough. And we got +1 if we held the field. Oh, wait, no. We have a +1 if we killed a unique individual. So on a 3 up, we get him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
That's a 5. All right. So essentially, we have defeated this squad.
Which is really good. It's really good that they are gone. We didn't have to spend a story point. So essentially, this rival has been defeated. So let's go over to the rivals table, and let us know that droid racists. Oops. No, I don't want that. I don't want them connected there. I'm just going to go here. I'm sorry, I'm blocking it. Defeated. Yeah, we killed these guys. Thank goodness. Now we got to see how our boy is. That was tough, actually. I was pretty worried. We resolved the rival. We resolved patron, which unfortunately means that the binary star transport, their job for us is now cooked. Like we are. We'll have to do job canceled. And that was going to be a pretty good job for us too, which is, it's rough that we had to deal with those space racists, but you know, it is what it is. Sometimes you gotta kick a Nazi in the mouth, and that's how it is. I don't know if it's fair to call people who are traumatized by the Clone War Nazis, because especially because the guys who used the clones won. So whatever. Let's see. Moving on to quest progress. No. Battlefield finds. I kind of want to skip this and resolve injuries, but let's do battlefield. I want to skip all of it to go to injuries, but we got to do it in order. We have to do it in order. We'll go to battlefield finds. Maybe it'll impact it in some way. You don't know. Yes or no. Battlefield finds D100. That is going to be 40. 40 we get. Oh, sweet. We get another 2 credits towards upgrading our territory, or the gold run. That's fantastic. I haven't quite worked out exactly what the systems are going to be there, but it'll be comparative to what's 5 parsecs mixed with like some of the upgrades to Blades in the Dark. I can look to see what Scum and Villainy has in store for me too, but theirs is also ships, which is what is going on here. So we'll see if I want to add something from Scum and Villainy to start like getting boys, because we started filling up the clock over here to like getting gangs awareness on us, and if we fill that up, we might have to actually defend ourselves. We're going to need boys beyond just like the squad. So we've got that. That's fantastic. Checker invasion. We're skipping. Gather the loot. We did do that. We're not getting paid, unfortunately. Right? I don't think we get paid for. And loot, bounty, or salvage. Okay, so I guess we do get paid. It's just not patron pay, because we just don't add danger. Okay, so like we are basically looting this guy's house over here. 5 credits is crazy. Okay, that's insane. These were rich kids. Holy shit. That was worth it. So that puts us to 21 credits. Okay, we're gonna maybe put some stuff on our debt soon. Crazy. Oh, wait. If you rival missions, do not award this bonus for winning. Oh, I think that's only for the objective. Yeah. Yeah, so that doesn't matter there. So we just got the high roll. Held the field bonus. We did that already. Got paid. Check for invasion. Gather the loot. We'll do the 131 loot table, and then we'll finally deal with the injury table. Let's get our loot first, and then we'll deal with what happened to Levi. What is that? 90? I think that's 90. 90. Oh, that was almost something crazy. The loot table to 90. Oh no, it is crazy. We're in the rewards. Let's go. Rewards. Okay, what do we got here? 67. Rare substance. Roll 2d6, receive credits equal to the highest roll. Oh, we're cooking. 5 more credits. We're going crazy. Okay, so that puts us at 26 credits. You know what I like about this is it's like we basically killed these rich kids, right? And then we showed up and like looted their entire house. We killed all of the rich kids that were racist, looted their house. We probably made way more money than we would have doing that corporate mission, and we didn't risk getting rivals because we killed all of the rivals. So even though this seemed like a not lucrative like mission, this ended up being probably way more lucrative than we could have imagined. Just because we got to loot a bunch of rich kids' houses. And isn't that what Christmas is all about? I think so. Awesome. All right, so let's finish this with the injury table. All right, let's see what's going on. Okay. Our boy. Our sweet boy. Let's put him in here.
What's the deal? All right, injury table is going to be a D100. That is a 26. What's 26? Equipment loss. Okay, that could be worse because he doesn't have like the best equipment. Random carried item is damaged. So let's go back to
real quick. Let's see what he has on him. So what he has is a blade, an infantry laser, and a bipod. So let's do 1-2 is infantry laser, 3-4 is blade, and then bipod is going to be 5-6. That's kind of the result I didn't want. Damaged. But I'm not going to spend a story point on that. I think are going to focus on trying to fix that in this next one. But let's go ahead and put damaged here. We need to do a lot of repair work. I think I'm going to put like at least 2 people on repairs in this next turn, but we're not going to do the next turn yet. On this one. But it could be worse. He's not dead. His infantry laser took a massive thing. Basically what happened is he was like shooting here. The dude took a plasma rifle shot, exploded it. It literally hit his laser, exploded it, his like D12. And the explosion like knocked him out and he fell back against the wall. Everyone thought he could have been worse, but I think the gun took the brunt of it. But unfortunately that means his best weapon, probably something that his dad worked pretty hard to get, that Argent Rain worked hard to get, is damaged, and they've got to try to fix it before he gets into the next battle. But yes, could be worse, especially because we already need to spend so much time repairing. Cool. All right, so that could be worse. He's still alive. The story continues. Gain experience. Unfortunately, our boy. Luckily, the one who couldn't earn experience this round is the one who went down. So I'll take out that Levi can't gain experience because he went down anyway. So that's kind of super useful that he was the one who went down and not anybody else who could have gained experience. Became a casualty, but he can't gain experience. Does not matter. Survived and won. Everybody else gains +3. Killed a unique individual. So everyone gets +3 except for Sudaimer Joss, who gets +4 for taking out the unique. And Levi gets nothing because he would have gained 1. But he had that debuff from the character event from being depressed. That's fun. Okay. Combat skill can get upgraded. So Joss, we're going to spend immediately the 7 XP to increase his combat skill to 2. Because that's insane. I like to have everybody at least have +1 combat skill, because fishing for 6s is rough in the best of days. I like to have at least a 50-50 shot, of getting a shot off so things are more reliable. But yeah, that we got pretty lucky. Sudaimer Joss getting the level up there, getting the kill on the unique individual. Wait a second. Oh, I just realized something. He killed him in melee. Oh shit. I didn't even do this on purpose. But specifically, if the freelancer is slain in a brawl, you may roll on the loot table and claim the item for use immediately. We're so cooking. Yet again, me constantly screaming, we are so cooked, we are so back. So Sudaimer Joss, yet again, getting absolutely caked up with loot. Let's see what we get. 68. Yeah, 68. No, was that? No, 98. Oh, 98 is crazy. Rewards again. We're so goated. We're so goated. All right, 96. Come on, give me story points back. 14 is data files. We get 2 rumors. Okay, so rumors are pretty good. I don't love that, but they could lead us on a quest, which could lead us to find what's going on with Argent Rain. So we find data files here that's going to help us track down what happened to Argent Rain, which we need to actually add rumors, I think, to the top here as one of our stats that we have. I don't think we need, yeah, we'll just do rumors. 2. That's pretty good, because now we can use those rumors to help track down Argent Rain. So these guys probably not only had like a lot of money in their place, in their little villa, they probably had access to some backwater dealings with the Pikes. Maybe they were doing some like back alley spice dealing, which is probably how you get rich on Tatooine. So maybe they found some, like by Sudamir going through the computers, he found rumors in the data files about what they were doing with the Pikes and what mission Argent Rain might have been going on. Which, having that information is huge, because now we can track down what happened. But as a side note to that, the more we track down, the more we risk filling up the clock of becoming getting on the radar of like gang attention. So the Pikes, once they become more aware of us, will start to like see us as a threat potentially. We don't have any diplomacy yet, so no protection. We're too small to even be considered anything. But yeah, that's going to be a big thing to deal with. So that's super cool. We can start to at least begin that quest line rather than just doing quests to stay alive. We have enough money now that I think we can start paying off the debt and start tracking down this quest to figure out where Daddy went. Fantastic. Now we can purchase items. I think I'm still in the... I think I would like to make a military weapons roll just in case we don't do good on our repair rolls. So let's go ahead and spend 3 credits to make a military weapon roll. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Let's go to the military weapons. That's going to be at the top. I think. Yeah. Military weapon. All right, D100. That is a 66, which is an auto rifle. That's fantastic. Okay, yeah, we can always use more of those. So yeah, worst case scenario, if the infantry laser is cooked, we throw another auto rifle at our boy. And now that I have that, now that we know about this like random event, I really need to make sure that everybody has at least 2 weapons, because like if somebody gets cooked and their like weapon just jams in the middle of battle, we need them to have an alt. So now I'm thinking everybody needs at least a blade or a handgun on them. I was really like kind of like that, like who needs a fucking handgun? Now I'm like, shit, everybody needs a fucking handgun because holy crap, if their main gun jams, we need to make them useful. Otherwise, we might as well just run them off the board. All right, that is fantastic. We purchased. Let's do a campaign event, character event, and then we will call it for the stream. It went a lot later than I meant for it to go, but we're having a good time. Campaign event first? Yeah, D100. 26. A shady character offers you a deal. Roll immediately on the trade table or give him 1 item of equipment. Can we give him it doesn't say we can't give him a damaged one. I'm gonna give him the snooper bot. Doesn't say it can't be damaged, so we're gonna do that. Yeah, this is a great deal. Trust me, this is the best trade deal in the history of trade deals. All right, trade. Now we're gonna roll in the trades. What do we get? That is a 91. Pre-owned. Roll once on the loot table. The item is damaged. Okay, so he got us. Hey, thanks for being here, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by. This will probably get re-edited into like a shorter video where I'm more like talking over it, and it's gonna be quicker. But yeah, I appreciate you stopping by. Thanks for hanging out. All right, so then let's go to the loot table. Finish this out. And it's damaged. He did get us. We thought we were pulling one over on him, but he pulled one over on us. 61. Gear. Okay. It is damaged by so much damaged gear. 40. Gun sights. I like that, actually. It's always good to have gun sights. 56. Okay, we get a damaged seeker sight. I don't know what that is, but that sounds goated. The amount of damaged gear we have is insane. All right, so that was the now we campaign event, and we do a character event. And then we'll call it for the evening. All right, so it could be anybody except for lift. We'll re-roll on 5 or 6. It's a 3. It's gonna be our boy Levi. All right, what's going on with Levi? Is he depressed again? 40. Hey, earn a little on the side. Sweet, he gets 2 more credits. This is the most lucrative. I'm never gonna financially unrecover from this because I'm making so much goddamn money. All right, 25. So yeah, he just runs a little side hustle. Class, maybe picking some pockets, maybe running a little maybe he made a little money on the gambling tables back at the gold run. Fantastic. So we'll go ahead and set this game at the start of turn 3. Fantastic. We're gonna need new patrons, or we could go ahead and just run this job for Outer Rim Security Solutions and put most of our boys towards repairing, and we could recruit 1 more guy as well to get to the total of 6. I feel like that's smart. I don't know who we would recruit in terms of like the story, but we could roll and see what happens, see what we get. But I love this. Well, maybe we'll just hire somebody. Thank you, everybody, so much for showing up for the stream. Appreciate everybody who tuned in here and there. That's going to be a wrap from me, honestly. And yeah, that is it. Thanks so much. See you next time.